But yay, I got affiliate. But yeah, I got affiliate the other day. I got the email literally the other day, and I got the email, yeah, like the other day, and I don't know why, but I need to turn my mic down. Okay, so what happened the other day was that I was just like revising on my iPad, and I don't know why, but I went to go to YouTube, and I don't know why does my mic sound so bad. But yeah, I don't know why, but I have 2 separate sources for my mic. Don't know why. But yeah, so yeah, the other day, I think I went to go to like YouTube Studio, and I have like a ton of apps in like separate folders, and I have Twitch in the same folder as YouTube and YouTube Studio. So I went to go upload a YouTube video, and I went to go upload a YouTube video, and then I noticed I had a notification from Twitch. I had like the little red one next to Twitch, and I was like, oh, why have I got a notification from Twitch? It's probably just, no, to be fair, it's probably going to be just like random Twitch notification about TwitchCon or gifted sub for someone or something. But no, it was like, oh, path to affiliate has been completed, and I freaked the fuck out. And yeah, I filled out all the stuff. The only thing I haven't done is register with HMRC for like the British tax stuff. But the literally the tax year. Thank you, I'm not Zay, for the follow. Welcome on in. But yeah, the tax year literally ends in like 2 weeks. It ends on the 5th of April. So there's like no point. No point. Like if I had like first affiliate stream, let's go. Yeah. Yeah, there's no point in like filling out the tax stuff for HMRC when I'm probably not even gonna get a payout until after that. So I'm just gonna fill it out. Like I'm just gonna fill out the HMRC stuff after this current tax year ends, and then the next tax year starts on the 6th of April. So yeah, I'm excited. So I have already added a few, just a few of the channel points. Of course, I have like the standard ones that like every Twitch streamer, like the default ones. I had the default ones like highlight message and unlock random sub emotes, and I don't have any sub emotes, so I think I have one sub emote, which is like a default one. That's like it. So send a message in sub only mode, which I'm probably never gonna do sub only mode unless I'm doing a sub only stream, which I don't see myself doing sub only streams, to be honest. So yeah, modifying sub emotes. Those are the what? Oh my god, oh, what did I just close? Should I just close chat? Shit, I just closed chat. Oh, hydrate. Why do I have my docs out why do I just docs out so weirdly? I have it in, what? Have you got water with you already? No, yeah, I do. I have juice. What do you think about my water? So, okay. Earlier, I got home. So, earlier I got the bus home because my grandma couldn't pick me up. So, I took the bus home, and I got home about 3 because I finished uni early. I finished uni early, and I need to reorganize my stuff. Yeah, I finished uni early, So, and I need to add Twitch chat as another dock on OBS because I doubt I'm ever going to what's the word? What was I gonna say? Gonna look at my phone. I doubt I'm ever gonna look at my phone for. Oh, why is my webcam being so silly? Why is my webcam being so silly? And why is it say my bitrate is too high? I don't know. But yeah, I got home earlier, and what was I gonna say? I got home earlier, and I cannot think of what I'm gonna say without. I can't think of what I'm gonna say while I'm trying to put chat back on my OBS. I was gonna say. So I got home. Oh, I already have. I just need to change the URL. Like, where is my chat on OBS? Just let me delete that and see if I can re-add chat. Yeah, I got home, and the water, and the water from the taps just was not working. Like at all. And I messaged my dad. Like it was like trickling out. Why is my webcam being so silly? It's gone off so many times in the past few minutes. Do just have to deactivate and reactivate it. But yeah, so the water just like was trickling out, like there was barely any water coming out of the taps. And I messaged my dad like, oh, the taps aren't working, the taps are barely working. And he was like, oh yeah, there's a pipe burst in the area. That would have been useful to know, like when I got home. My dad literally picked me up this morning, and he could have said, and he knows I stay here on Fridays because I stream on Fridays, and my dad's on Fridays. He knows I stay here on Fridays, and still he just didn't think to tell me that there's a pipe burst in our area. Like, I mean, to be fair, my mum could have also told me because my mum lives in the same area as my dad. But still, why didn't anyone tell me that there was a pipe burst in the literal area? And I'm pretty sure this morning as well, the water was working fine. Like, I'm pretty sure the water was working fine at my mum's. But then when I got home, it just wasn't working. Luckily, like probably like an hour after after I got home, the water started working again. But still, like obviously because I have cordial and you need water for cordial. But yeah, yeah, that was annoying. That was very annoying. Now that me slamming my bottle on my desk was very loud. But yeah, I'm gonna turn that down slightly. I'm gonna turn the music down ever so slightly. Anyways, we have quite a long case ahead of us. We are going to play the final case of Psssttt Chronicles. We just got that fun in a bit already. The Adventure of the Unspeakable Story. So, I don't think I didn't change my window capture. So, there we go. There we go. Yeah, we're playing the Adventure of the Unspeakable Story, and when I looked this case up earlier, there's a long ass investigation. There's 4 parts to an investigation, and then there's a 4-part trial. There's a 4-part trial. So what I'm going to do is do the investigation this week, and then do the trial next week, and then I think maybe the week after we start the Apollo Justice, the last case of the first Apollo Justice game, which is Turnabout Succession, which I know is also a longest case. I'm gonna look it up what the thing is. Turnabout Succession. I'm gonna look it up, like how it is like broken down into the parts to see how much I'll stream it. Let me see. So let me see. So initially there's an investigation. Then there's 2 parts of a trial. We can probably get that initial investigation and that initial trial done in one stream. And then there's another trial of a case that took place 7 years before present day Apollo Justice. And then there's another trial with 2 parts, and then there's more investigation, which I don't know if it's just one section or like 3 big sections. You know, I'm just gonna see a proper actual walkthrough instead of the wiki, the fandom wiki, because fandom wikis aren't too great. So let me see. Investigation. There's day 1 investigation, and then there's day 2 trial Farmer and Lara, and then there's 7 years ago trial Farmer and trial Latter, and then there's an investigation. Oh wait, I can just look here. There's a day 3. There's another investigation, and then there's another trial. So I'm thinking what I might do for Turnabout Succession is do the investigation and the first trial in one stream. Or maybe I just do an investigation in one stream. Maybe and then do the day 2 trial in another stream, and then do the 7 years ago trial Farmer and Lara in another stream, and then do the investigation and the final trial in another stream. Thank you, Jem! Jem with this prime sub. Hello, Jem. Hello. And we got hello. Thank you for the sub. Hello. Hello, Jem. My favorite mod, everyone. Jem, thank you for the prime. Welcome on in, Jem. Welcome on in. But yeah, for that Apollo Justice case, I saw you noticed in my hand never click so fast and subscribe. Oh my god, you're literally my first subscriber as well. Welcome, my first Twitch subscriber as well. But yes, welcome on in. Thank you again for the sub. But yeah, for Turnabout Succession, I know it was just looking by. I'm doing a play right now. What play are you doing? What play? Have a fun stream. Thank you, Jen. Thank you. Thanks again for the sub. An original. Ooh, sounds fun. Sounds very, very fun. Good luck for you. I'll send you the video later, mayhaps. Yes, please. Yes. But yeah, I hope you have a fun time with your play. Good luck. Good luck, Jem. But yeah, so for Turnabout Succession, undecided if the first investigation should be its own stream or should go in a stream with the first trial as well. I'll just have to see. I'll just have to see. I might do, because this is definitely going to be streamed like over like 2.5, 3 weeks, like over 3 weeks. So or maybe 2-3 weeks. I'll just have to see how I feel on the day when we start Turnabout Succession. But first, before we even get to Turnabout Succession, we're going to start the adventures of the unspeakable story and get through this first investigation. Oh my god, this is so cool. The Hound of the Baskervilles.
It's coming! Sholmes's cry pierced through the thick wall of fog around us.
Sholmes.
Wisps of vapor flowed over the pistol as I cocked it, and I waited breathlessly in the stillness.
I forgot how cool these cutscenes are.
The silence lasted for what seemed an eternity, until, at last, it appeared. From the shadows of the cloud, an enormous beast sprang out upon us. A hound it was, but not such a hound as any mortal has ever seen. Its eyes glowed with a smoldering glare. The whole of its ox-sized body was outlined in white-hot flames. Its rumbling pant and hideous howl, so terrified was I that I began to tremble with fear. Look well, Wilson, Sholmes declared, gazing upon the mystical beast. For this is the diabolical hound of the Baskervilles.
The Baskervilles, eh? The Baskervilles, eh? Our first 2 months in London passed by in a flash. In that disconcerting courtroom experience we were first thrown into on the day we arrived in the country, and in Suseki-san's terrible ordeal that had followed closely behind, we had emerged victorious. However, there then came an abrupt end to our opportunities to appear in court, which was hardly surprising, of course, since I was nothing more than an amateur, an unknown student of law from a faraway land. So life in our little office was very quiet. That is, until it was shattered one day by that fateful telegram. Ooh. Now, Hodo's legal consultancy in Locke's attic, no less. That morning, I was woken by the unreserved knocking on the door by the telegram boy. But after he'd gone, Susato-san's behavior became very obviously strange. Susato-san? Yes? Is it time to leave for court already? Let me see. What case is it today? I don't think I'm scheduled to defend anyone at the moment, am I? Oh, no, of course not. How silly of me. But I think Iris said she would make us breakfast this morning. So shall we go down to Mr. Sholmes' suite? Yes. Iris makes the most delicious breakfast food. She does, doesn't she? And once our bellies are full, we can leave for court in fighting fit form. Let me see. What case is it today? Here we go again. We don't have anyone to defend today, though, do we? So, what was it about? The telegram that was delivered this morning, I mean. Oh, a telegram? I don't know what you're talking about. Chisato. Sorry, but you're not going to get away like that. Well, I didn't think I would. Then why the bluff? Actually, don't give it a moment's thought. It's nothing. Nothing interesting. Boring, in fact. It was just a boring old telegram. That's 3 times now she's tried and failed to convince me it was nothing. Susato, I promise that I'll tell you about it at some point. Alright, I understand. Oh, why do we have to ask her about Sasaki? I suppose Sasaki-san will have arrived back in Japan by now, won't he? Yes, I should think so. He left immediately after that terrible ordeal. Which would mean he should have completed the voyage already, or just be a few days away. A fortnight ago, we had that very long telegram from him, do you remember? Complaining of seasickness. But by and large, it seems the voyage has been going well. Is something wrong, Naruhodo-san? I was just wondering, what might have become of Sasaki-san had he stayed in London, that's all? You mean, as regards Lord Van Zeek? As regards Lord Van Zeeks, the Reaper? Yes, I can't help wondering if seasickness would have paled into insignificance in that case. What is it they say? That no one who stands in the dock can be safe from the Reaper, right? Like, the way that nightmarish trial ended on the very day we arrived in London. Even 2 months ago, even 2 months on, the cause of that dreadful fire is still a mystery. Yes, but at least Sasaki-san is safely out of the country. Presumably that means that the curse of the Reaper can only take effect within the confines of the city of London, perhaps? Even if that's the case, it's little comfort. I have a terrible sense of foreboding. If the legend of the Reaper is to be believed, it would mean he wields the sword of justice himself. Come to think of it, I wonder what he's been up to these past 2 months. Surely not wielding that sword against more acquitted defendants. No, I don't think so. Apparently, Lord Van Zeeks hasn't appeared in court once since our last encounter. Oh? Yes, since Sasaki-san's trial. He's withdrawn from judicial service again, it seems. Really? Just like before, when he wasn't seen in court at all for several years. So it's just been me who's had to face him in recent spate of trials then? Just by luck. I wonder if luck doesn't come into it. Sorry? What was that? Oh, nothing. Never mind. No, what was it? What was it? What was it? What is it? What was it, Psssttt? What the fuck was it? Oh wait, what achievements do we have for this trial actually? It's episode 5 of Adventures. Examine the fireplace in Sholmes' suite whilst with Psssttt. Which we can probably do now. Thank you, Elsie Parker, for the follow. Welcome on in, Elsie. How you doing? Why can't I? Oh, there we go. I can move. I thought I couldn't move chronicles around on my screen. I think all we have to do now, all we have to do is just talk about the fireplace. It's spring at last, and the weather is warmer now. But I love the smell of the fire and the steam rising from the kettle. Oh, would you like some tea now, Horo-san? Thank you, Psssttt-san, but I'm alright for now. The green tea Psssttt-san makes me from time to time, and Aris's unique herbal infusions. This place is paradise for a true tea lover. Green tea is such a wonderful accompaniment to British tea cakes, don't you think? Wait, what's the fireplace? That's not the fireplace? That's the stove. We've only been here in London for about 2 months, but my desk is starting to look a little messy already. I don't need to clean the desk or whatever. You could tidy up once in a while. Psssttt-san, I always say, making a mess is a small sacrifice to pay for being able to further your studies. And my time spent tidying up is time you can't devote to the same cause. And time spent on ridiculous arguments is time that could be better spent on some simple housework. She wins. I'm supposed to be the lawyer here. So where's the fireplace? Wait, is it in Sholmes' attic? Oh, in Sholmes' suite. Okay. But there's one here. There's a thing here that we can use for achievement. That spade has been here since we started renting the place. Oh, that's not a spade, Naruhodo-san. It's a shovel. What's the difference? No, shovels are for digging. That's for scooping up loose material. It's a spade. No, spades are for digging. That's for scooping up loose material. It's a shovel. I don't want to dig a hole for myself, so let's leave it. Okay, let's just go. Let's go. Sholmes' suite. Sholmes' suite. But what is the difference between a spade and a shovel? Difference between spade and shovel. A shovel is ideal for moving dirt or digging shallow holes, while a spade is better suited for cutting through compacted soil or creating precise holes. A shovel is best for loose material, while a spade is better for tough, compacted soil. So who was right in that? I don't even remember. So who is right? So I don't even remember. Well, I just googled. I don't even remember. Morning, Runo. Morning, Susie. Oh, it's Iris. Good morning, Iris. Iris? What is it, Runo? What is that terrible noise? It sounds like a cat being strangled. Ah, yes. You noticed that, did you? Oh, yeah, by the way, I think oh, thank you for the alert, Kai. Thank you for the alert. Oh, yeah, by the way, I think there should be an ad soon. It'll only be like a minute ad. It'll only be like a minute. But yeah, there should be an ad soon. And like within like the next like 10 minutes or so. Hurley isn't in the best form this morning, it seems. It's Harlock. Hello. Are you good? Hello, Mr. Sholmes. Congrats on getting to affiliate. Why, thank you, Kai. Thank you. Welcome on in. How are you doing? How are you doing, Kai? Good morning. What's he up to? What's he doing? A good morning to die, perhaps. Herlock. Herlock, chill. Herlock. Has something happened, Mr. Sholmes? You look miserable. And the way you were playing the violin before. My analytical mind is dead. Music is dead. The world is dead. Not too bad, Tar. Hope you're good. Yeah, I'm in a pretty good mood actually. I'm doing pretty good. I managed to get off uni early. And I managed to finish uni at like 2, and then I got home for like 3. So, and then I've just been playing Sims and Minecraft for a little while before I'm here and streaming. Yeah, I'm in a pretty good mood. Damn this blanched existence. That's all it is, my dear fellow. Nothing of consequence. I'm afraid I don't understand. Well, Iris, isn't it time we ate? Some dry toast and insipid coffee for me. If it's not too much trouble. What's up with him? We have a cat. We have a cat. Oh look, it's Wakai. Wakahai. Good morning, boy. That must be some sort of tiny door for cats to use. But how did we get there? Well then, everyone, time for breakfast. Oh, wonderful. Let me help you, Iris. Ugh. It would indeed be a fine day to die. What's up with this guy? I knew something looked different. Something's missing from Mr. Sholmes' desk. Is he okay? I'm gonna examine the fireplace first for achievement purposes. Fire is burning comfortingly, not comfortably, in the grate again today. It's a very different feeling to a Japanese hibachi somehow. Oh, look at that photographic print of a lady displayed on the mantelpiece. Could it be? Yes, it must be. It's the woman. Oh, how exciting. Is that supposed to mean something to me? I don't know. Let's just talk to Herlock and see what he's up to. You seem to be very unhappy this morning, Mr. Sholmes. What's happening? What's happened? It used to be the case that in my hand, this violin sung like a dark chorus. Its mellifluent tones would make flowers bloom. It would. But now, the muses are unamused with me. The goddesses of music have thrown me over. Has there been an ad? I have no idea. I have no idea when there's an ad or not. why are ads so awkward to figure out when they are? Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? For hours I bowed. For days even. Through the night I had endeavoured to no avail. That sound, my tone, is lost. What? Is he okay? Is Herlock okay? Is Herlock okay? I don't think he's okay. I really don't think my man's okay. I really don't think he's okay. I really don't think he's doing good at all. Okay, I'm trying to figure out my ad stuff. Well, what? I'm trying to get it. We can just keep it there. We can just keep it like that. What? I've set up so awkwardly. I have set up my ads so awkwardly. What? Why? Why have I set up like this? Where's the thing? Where's the thing I'm looking for? What is the thing I'm looking for? There we go. There we go. Okay. I believe there should be an ad soon. I believe there should be an ad soon. Yeah, there should be like a 1 minute ad soon. I shall warn you when the ad is playing. That sound, my tone is lost. That brilliant, clear, unwavering tone. Gone forever. No more recitals of unbridled emotion. Well, you haven't been practicing much lately, have you, Hurley? Don't think he has. Don't worry, I'm sure he'll come back to you in time. Heed my words, Mr. Naruhodo. The goddesses of the arts are fickle. Oh, you just haven't practiced. One day they bestow genius on a man, the next they unmercifully withdraw it. Dude, oh dear. Dude, chill. Why is this happening to me? If they take the turn I have for the violin from me, what is left for pity's sake? What is left? Deduction perhaps? Isn't that what you're known for? And what's missing? What's missing? What's missing, Herlock? Mr. Sholmes, I don't like to pry, but Your desk looks rather empty today. Well done, Mr. Sato. Your observational skills do you credit. Oh no, Mr. Sholmes, they pale into insignificance when compared to yours. You'd struggle not to notice, wouldn't you? You mean Hurley's great analytic scope? That's our Windy Banks now. Sorry? Is that our Windy Bank? No, Windy Banks. The pawn brokery. Pawn? What? You mean you've pawned that enormous machine of yours? It has some considerable value, you see. Quite undeservingly. But isn't it a very important machine for your work? I do wish you had consulted us if your situation had become so desperate. I should have gladly passed what little income I have to you. Dear madam, things are far from desperate. But the pawnbroker has your wonderful machine. How can it be anything but desperate? Making use of a pawnbroker is quite ordinary in London, I assure you. It is? It doesn't sound ordinary at all. It would seem that neither of you fully understand how pawnbroking works. Oh, what's to understand exactly? Yeah, how does it work? What do you mean when you said we didn't fully understand how pawnbroking works? To the people of London, pawnbrokeries are akin to banks. Banks? On Mondays, merchants relinquish their finest jackets and trappings to a pawnbroker of choice. With the money they receive in return, they are able to trade happily through the week. And then on Saturdays, they go to recover their things using the money they've earned. I had no idea. This has been a fascinating lesson for us. Everyone does it, you see, especially people in inner London. And should they have money to spare, they would purchase another fine jacket. Not to wear, obviously, but to pawn, should the need arise. Oh, how ingenious. So whenever we have something that's getting in the way, we leave it out Windy Banks, you see. A pawnbrokery can be thought of as an extremely secure vault. Who would have thought that even pawnbrokers are difficult here in Great Britain? Of course, you have to watch Hurley with it. Sometimes he pawns things he really shouldn't. Don't you, Hurley? What do you mean? What does it matter? The world is dead to me now. Herlock. Herlock. Chill out. What do we do from here? We can... Let me see. I've examined this. Wait, can I talk to Iris now? Wakahai! We can talk to her about Wakahai. Mr. Natsume's cat seems to have settled into his new home then. Oh! Wakahai was Natsume's cat. Was Sasaki Natsume's cat? Oh yes. And I've become very attached to little Waggy. It would appear his previous owner has completely forgotten to him. Cats are unfeeling creatures. Their muses are as empty as the heart of the muses. No? I think Wakahai is just attached to his new owners now, honestly. Honestly. I think he's just also very, he's also probably very attached. He's probably as attached to Natsume as he is to Herlock and Iris. If Mr. Natsume had no intention of taking Waggy back to Japan, I wonder why he kept in it in the first place. I expect he would have taken him if he could, but pets are strictly forbidden aboard steamships in our experience. And for good reason. Terrible things can happen if the rules of passage are not obeyed. Death of Vasogi. Well, I don't mind, because Waggy is adorable. No, look at him! Yes, he really is. Oh yes, what about the door? I remember seeing that tiny thing in the main door before. Where did that come from? Oh, you noticed? You're very observant, Bruno. Look, I use this. It's my latest invention. What is that? I call it the cat flapper-mat. It's not flapper-matic, it's flapper-mat. Gosh, a machine for making doors just for cats? That's right. It can make a cat flap for a little furry friend like Waggy in seconds. And it can do it in any door at all, no matter what it's made of. It's very powerful, you see. Wouldn't it have been quicker just to make the cat flap rather than making a machine to make the cat flap? Well, yes, maybe. But now I can make cat flaps anywhere I like. Oh, I think it's wonderful. You must make one of us, one for us in the door of our office upstairs, Iris. She really knows how to come up with unconventional inventions, this girl. Oh. Oh, what was that? Wakahai? What's Wakahai doing? Wakahai, are you okay? What was that? Oh no! Wakahai's tangled up in your violin! I think he thinks it's a toy. No! What's he doing to it? Oh dear, Mrs. Sholmes' precious violin. Why should I care? What? I shouldn't be surprised. If the cat is a more accomplished musician than I now. Sholmes! Ah, look! Mr. Sholmes really is in poor spirits, isn't he? Ah, look. Well, anyway, I'll pull it back where it lives, shall I, Hurley? Out of the cat's reach, if possible. Maybe we should assess the damage. You okay? Where is it? Where's the violin? Where is it? There's the violin. So this is the violin, is it? It's Stradivarius. One of the finest violins in the world, made by the renowned Italian luthier Antonio Stradivari. I need to sneeze, but my sneeze won't come out, and it is annoying. Oh, I see. It doesn't really look like anything special to me. I happened upon it covered in dust, languishing in a pawn shop down a nondescript back alley. The broker had no idea of its value, so I was able to purchase it for a mere 55 shillings. Okay, what's 55 shillings in today's money? 55 shillings in Great British pounds. No, not Kenyan shillings. Not Kenyan shillings. British shillings to pounds. That is just, again, Kenyan shillings. Worth of, wait, 1890s shillings to pounds. Okay, so in 1900, 5 shillings was about 135. So 135 times 55, what is that? £1.35 times 55, 74.25. Okay, what's the average cost of a violin in England? Average cost of a violin. Okay, so this is... Okay, from the top results on Google, 70 quid for a violin seems like standard price. Like, very, very, like very, very much, like, mean. So, not too bad, like, average price. Average price, not bad. Not bad. How honourable of you. And until today, it has been my faithful companion in every great Paganini-inspired performance I have made. I ask you, is there any reason to live in a world devoid of music? To tolerate this blanched existence? No. There is none. Mrs. Sholmes? What dear madam, what? My thoughts are preoccupied with fancies of release from this dull routine. Well, it's about the violin. It looks very different to normal, don't you think? What do you mean, Mrs. Sato? Oh, Susie's right. Yes. The tone of the wood is completely different. And that's not all. I'm sure there was no crack here before. Wait, it's not even the right size, is it? What's this? Weird. Weird. I'm terribly sorry to have to tell you this, Mr. Sholmes, but that instrument isn't a violin at all. It's a cello, or not a cello. Cellos are fucking massive. What's another string instrument that looks like a violin, cello? Then what? I believe it's an entirely different instrument called a viola. Oh, a viola. Yeah. Forgot about violas. What? Oh, Mr. Sholmes, are you all right? You're right. You're quite right. Yeah, it's a viola. And why do I have 3 things open to check chat when I only need 1? I have mixed it up, which I use 2 if I use that for my timers and quote commands. And just every other command I have. And then I have OBS, which I stream on. And then I have Twitch open up on my phone. But yeah, the ad should be running soon. That'll probably be an ad soon. You're right, you're quite right. This isn't my faithful Stradivarius. So what, pray, is this piece of string flotsam? Not your faithful performing partner then? I see what must have happened. You do, Iris? This is just a simple mix-up. It sounds like Iris might be able to tell us exactly what happened if we ask her. Okay, let's ask Iris. I know we have to examine the name. Click on Iris. And talk to her about the mix-up. What do you mean by mix-up, Iris? Well, you see, this viola, was at Windybanks until last week. At the pawnbrokers? Not Mr. Sholmes' beloved musical partner. There is a proverb from the East with which you are no doubt familiar, my dear fellows. Always let a beloved child travel. Yes, indeed. So you send your beloved violin to the pawnbrokers in the hope that you would experience personal growth? Oh, what a wonderful idea. Last week I pawned my great analytics scope in order to release my precious instrument, but it would appear Mr. Windybank mistakenly furnished me with this tawdry fiddle instead. But my ears cannot be deceived by the hollow timbre of this piece of timber. No, but yet every sense was deceived by the fact that it just has strings. A fine state of affairs this is. And why I always say, Mr. Naruhodo, never trust a pawnbroker. They'll try to fiddle you every time. Then why are you with a pawnbroker then? What? Why? I don't understand this guy at all. But earlier you told us that you could think of a pawnbroker as an extremely secure vault. Exactly, Sherlock. Come, Mr. Naruhodo. Dilly-dallying will get you nowhere. Sorry? Crunching your toast with that vacant aspect. Freshen your coffee so obtusely. I love this little fighting animation, by the way. It's one of my favourite animations of Sherlock. Just like... Pew, 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 pew. Are you not a little embarrassed by your own conduct, considering the urgency with which we are faced? It's a violin. It's not that urgent. It's a 70 quid violin. Like, that's a lot of money, but my guitar was more expensive than that. We must visit Mr. Windybank's brokery at once. That's right, isn't it, Mr. Sholmes? Precisely, Mr. Sato, without a moment's delay. But I haven't finished my bacon and eggs. My dear fellow, surely you do not still intend to crunch your bacon with an intense, increasingly vacant aspect? To fresh your egg with even more obtusely? Alright, say no more, let's go then. Don't worry, Bruno. I'd be happy to heat it up for you again later. Oh, thank you, Iris. As it happens, I'm rather curious to see what a British pawnbrokers what a British pawnbroker looks like. Pawnbrokers looks like. So let's go. Ooh. Okay, we have Baker Street, and then we have Windybanks. Let's go into Baker Street. Ooh. Store for rent. Oh. I've investigated for I can't find anything out of place. Ooh, store for rent. And then there's Windybanks. And then here, 221B, Baker Street. Let's go into Windybanks. Woohoo! So this is a British pawnbroker. Oh my, there are all sorts of tools and contraptions in here that I've never laid eyes on before. Ah, Susato-san, that spark of wonder in your eyes. You can't wait to scour the shelves, can you? I get the impression you enjoy places like these. Ah yes, I don't know why, but seeing such a lot of things I don't understand is a real thrill for me. My dearest fellows, let us not forget why we are here. Oh, Mr. Sholmes. We are calling on matters of business, not pleasure. And clearly Mr. Sholmes means business too, judging from the spark of fury in his eyes. Ah, Mr. Sholmes, sir, welcome back. Did you hear that brazen welcome? Well, yes, we are potential customers after all. We are disgruntled customers, Mr. Naruhodo, and it's time to inform Mr. Windybank of the air. Come, the fight is afoot. Why do I have to talk to him? It's your violin. Come on. Naturally, you will recall this, which I retrieved from you some days ago. Yes? This second-rate fiddle is not my faithful instrument, Mr. Windybank. The colours of the wood is different. It has holes in it. It's not even the same size. A wonderful summary of our observations, Mr. Sholmes. I'm so sorry, sir. Very sorry, sir. How utterly unforgivable of me. An inexcusable mistake for a pawnbroker. There's only one way to make amends. Same around left. You fuck. Just give him back the violin. I don't think that'll be very necessary, do you? I may just say one thing before I pop off. Yes? It was you, sir, Mr. Sholmes. He took it upon himself to remove the item the other day, I believe. Sorry? As I recall, I entered the storeroom to fetch a violin when I heard, here it is. You did. And when I turned to controvert you, you'd taken the violin and left, sir. Sholmes, you fucking dumbass. This man is a dumbass. Oh yeah, add in 3 minutes. Add in three minutes. Add in 3 minutes. However, there can be no doubt that the blame lies firmly at my own door for allowing you to leave. So I shall not grumble or browse any longer. May this guilt die with me. No, stop my dear fellow. The fault is mine. Sholmes, you are a dumbass. Phew. Sholmes is a dumbass, right? It appears that fight is over. I do humbly apologize, Mr. Windybank. Evidently, my questionable disposition precipitated this tragedy. Oh, you wouldn't be Mr. Sherlock Sholmes without that questionable disposition now, would you? Ha, I do believe you may be right, sir. It's either laugh or cry, I suppose. You are, it must be said, one of my more challenging customers. I didn't remind you of the peculiar collection of items you've brought through my doors in the past. Oh, peculiar items? In the extreme, ma'am. For example, the unpublished manuscript of an eponymous work, the novels of Sherlock Sholmes and such. Oh my, a new full-fledged novel? And unpublished? A story I have yet to read, you mean? Ah, forgive me. Wait, before you die, you must tell me more. I must know more. Tell me everything. Wow, Psssttt is really fired up now. Is there really an unpublished story under this very roof? Well, one day the gentleman here brought in an old metal chest, you see. I should like to entrust this to your care for a while, Mr. Windybank. For a chest like that, 1 shilling, sir, not a farthing more. It houses something of very great value indeed. The latest manuscript recounting the adventures of one Mr. Sherlock Sholmes. I beg your pardon, a manuscript? You wish to deposit a manuscript? Indeed I do, for I am confident it will be quite safe here. And that was that. As such, Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my story. Mr. Sholmes, is that really true? Add in 20 seconds, guys. Add in 20 seconds. Do I sense that someone doesn't want to talk about this? I continue to pay your fee, do I not? Then kindly continue to store my belongings securely. Of course, sir. Of course. They're safe and sound with me, I assure you, on my life. This is all very strange. Okay, there is an ad. There is ad. There should be an ad going on right about now. So I'll have to wait until the ad ends. It's only like a minute, I think. I mean, I set it to a minute, so it should be fine. I can't even tell if there's an ad running or not. I can barely tell if there's an ad running or not. Let me unplug my charger while the ad is running. And I put my watch on charge earlier when I got home, and I completely forgot to take it off charge. Oh shit, we've been streaming for an hour. I thought it had only been like half an hour. This is what happens when you're playing the Great Ace Attorney. Okay. You just get lost in it. Okay, what can I ramble about for a minute? I don't even know what I can ramble about to... Oh, I is literally ending in like 30 seconds. What can I ramble about in 30 seconds? I don't even know. I don't know. Yeah, 50 seconds until the ad ends. We're back. Okay. So, oh wait, it still says add in progress for another 50 seconds at the top of my thing. So I'll wait another like 10 seconds, a few seconds. But yeah, hopefully now we should have like 10-ish minutes with no pre-rolls, I think. Yeah, we've got another ad in like an hour. So yeah, we'll have I think it's like 10 minutes or something without any pre-rolls, which is pretty good for you guys. Okay, let's ask him about the pawnbroker then. Let's ask him about the pawnbroker. I wonder, could I ask you something? Ah, a gentleman from the east, I see. Yes, that sable suit. I suppose I could offer you 6 pence for it. Without wishing to offend, the tone is somewhat dull. Sorry? Aha! But for your splendid attire, ma'am. 5 guineas, no less. The colours are exquisite, the design exotic. Eastern artistry at its finest, may I say. Oh my, 5 guineas, you say? How interesting. I feel as though I've suffered some sort of defeat here. I mean, you kinda have. Actually, I was hoping to ask you about your business. I've heard that it said that pawnbrokeries are used rather like banks here in London. Yes, sir, indeed. Many of my customers utilize the establishment as you described. I appraise their items and offer them a proportionate loan and 2 months of secure storage. If in that time they repay the original sum to me plus the agreed interest, the items are happily returned. But what happens if they don't pay you the money? Then the items are offered for sale in my shop, as you can see on the shelves behind me. So you never sell items before the 2 months have passed then? That's right, ma'am, that's right. Which means some considerable responsibility rests on my shoulders. Should a customer's precious belongings be lost, the only recompense is for me to end it all. The very idea, Mr. Windybank, is an absurdity. One should never talk of one's demise so casually. So someone who was telling us all it was a good day to die only this morning. Let's not forget that I have already helped you take measures to ensure such a tragedy never occurs. Oh, what sort of measures? I engineered a simple device which Mr. Windybank has installed here in his shop. I call it the red-handed recorder. Is that not so, Mr. Windybank? Ah. What was that deep sigh about? What on earth is a red-handed recorder? Use your eyes, my dear fellow. There are 2 just below the ceiling. I can see what happens to be a camera attached to some sort of timing device. Very astute. It's indeed a camera furnished with some 100 pieces of celluloid film, and in 30 minutes precisely the camera automatically records the appearance of the shop. Oh, it's a security camera. Hey, I have an example I can show you. Ooh. Ah yes, a print from the camera set to record the activity at the shop counter. I developed a special type of film so sensitive it produces a crystal clear image even in darkness. Really? That's extraordinary. Yes, you can clearly see the counter and the door behind it. Look. So you see, were someone to enter the premises with ill intent, his identity would be summarily exposed. Ooh. But did you not say that the photographic prints were taken at 30-minute intervals? Indeed, as you say, my dear madam. Then what if the incident were to occur in between times? Yeah, like 6:23. One could only say that'd be a cruel twist of fate. I must confess, your devices have been giving me some cause for distress of late. I beg your pardon, Mr. Windybank. Surely they are anything but distressing. Reassuring is the word. It's the cost of the film, sir. You must graciously place not 1 but 2 cameras in my shop after all, which means I must pay for nigh on 100 utterly useless prints every single day. I'm afraid the cost of the film will break me before I'm very much older. Holmes! You irresponsible fuckface. Nevertheless, a small price to pay to ensure the safety of my prepared pawnbrokery, no? My dear fellows, we verge on an age where safety and security come at a price. Heaven help us. Sherlock even. You bitch. Now then, Mr. Sholmes, allow me to return your precious violin. Ah, the very thing. Thank you, Mr. Windybag. How could he have confused the viola and the violin? He's a dumbass. He is a dumbass. Perhaps this might mark the end of the peculiar items you tried to pop. Because if anything were to happen to one of them, this would be the only answer. I really think you ought to stop waving that gun around. Someone could get hurt. Fair enough. Sorry? I've only loaded a single bullet, so no one but myself could possibly be harmed. That's not really what I meant. Good day to you then, Mr. Windybag. It's been a pleasure as always, Mr. Sholmes. So, Mr. Naruhodo, now we can explore at last. Ooh. Have a little examine. Look at that enormous ledger open on the counter there. Mr. Windybag is, if nothing else, very particular about recording the items he accepts. He'd have to be, otherwise he'd get himself in all sorts of trouble. Which might explain the thing that catches my eye far more than the ledger. This revolver here. Do not entertain even a single thought of pilfering an article herein, my dear fellow. I assure you, Mr. Windybag would not hesitate to draw that weapon with a spinning, bellying his portly size. Oh, you don't mean he'd blow his brains out? Indeed. And run recompense for his plunder. Oh my. But in any case, of course we would never do such a thing. How could you even suggest it? Can I not examine the shovels? Is there anything else we need to have a little examine of? What are these cameras actually? I want to examine them more. I have no idea what they are. No idea. Let's go back onto Baker Street. Nothing on Baker Street. Let's go back to Sholmes' suite actually. Where's our beloved Iris? Where is she? Where is she? I want to talk to Iris. I don't think she's here. I don't think our beloved Iris is here, sadly. Iris didn't come with us, right? I don't think Iris came with. Iris didn't come with us, no. What to do? Can it really be that we've been in Great Britain for 2 months already? Yes, it's gone by in a flash, hasn't it? I want an English gentleman you trailed off then, Psssttt-san. I'm so sorry. When I thought it through, I realized it's not at all true, actually. I simply don't feel that any Britishness has really rubbed off on you. Not you, to be honest. Well, that's obviously because, yes, I know. Without a doubt, it's your kimono. It most certainly stands out. I do adore the attire of English ladies. It's quite delightful. But somehow, I just don't feel ready to abandon my Japanese dress just yet. I wonder how Psssttt-san would look in Western clothes. That would be interesting to see. What do we do? What do we do now? We can explore. Look at this! What could this lovely big shiny box be? That, my dear madam, is a music box. Sure you think such things in your own country? Oh my, yes, but I've certainly never seen one so large before. Shall I listen for a while? Sounds pretty. Ah, what sublime sound. It's like the music of angels. I've never heard anything like it before in my life. This particular specimen is of the larger variety commonly found in public houses and restaurants. There is a metal disc inside on which the notes The notes to be played are recorded. Simply by replacing the disc with another, any music you care to imagine can be played. My goodness, what a simply delightful machine. Indeed, though their popularity has waned recently with the development of the gramophone, of course. Ha. Science and technology advances at such an overwhelming pace. What else do we have to examine? I keep forgetting I have to use keep forgetting I have to use WASD instead of not arrow keys. What do we examine to, further progress in the story? I'm gonna look on the wiki. Let me see. I think we just have to examine everything. Now, what do you suppose this rather enormous machine does? It seems to have two little windows for looking through. Allow me to enlighten you, my dear fellows. What you two are looking at is a stethoscope. Stereo. Fascinating. It is aptly named, I assure you. Look through the eyepieces and see for yourself. Oh, I should be delighted. Excuse me a moment while I just have to have a look. Just before you do, there's something I should point out. My dear fellows, in order to see the image properly, stereoscopically, as it were, you will need to be cross-eyed. However, if that is beyond you, it is of little consequence today. Thank you for the look, Shinobi. Welcome on in, Shinobi. Alright then, I'm going to try it. Ah, Mr. Naruhodo, you must see at once. Oh, alright then. So I need to be cross-eyed. Like I'm trying to look at my own nose. Okay, let's have a look-see. What the? I don't believe it. It's just a photographic print, but it seems like you could reach out and touch it. Yes, the sense of depth is startling, is it not? Stereoscopes. Oh, I thought it was a stethoscope, not a stereoscope. Stereoscopes are one of London's many fads. They are often found in little stalls in the park. People queue for hours to see them. Why? Why are people meddling with such black magic? It is no magic, my dear madam. It is, well, far too complicated to explain at present. We shall save this lesson for another day. Oh. What an assortment of things there are on these shelves here. Crockery, footwear, clocks and watches. Almost anything you care to imagine. Those are forfeited items offered for sale by the pawnbroker. What does that really mean though? When you pawn or colloquially pop an item, the broker loans you money against its worth. He stores the item for an agreed period of time, after which the loan must be repaid. If not, he is free to display it in his shop for sale, at a price of his choosing. Oh yes, now you've explained it, I'm noticing little price tags on everything. Of course, simply by paying the agreed interest on the loan, one can extend the period of safekeeping. So you mean pawn that black garb of yours though, without fear, my dear fellow? My treasured university uniform? Never! It embodies my student spirit. What else to examine? No, I didn't mean to click on it. Let's just use the USD. 3 globes of gold. Is that some sort of charm? Dear me, have you not seen that sign before? No, never. The 3 golden balls are, in Great Britain at least, the universal sign of a pawnbroker. There are more than 700 such establishments in the capital, all showing this same sign. Oh, I see. Ha. I had not imagined your ignorance was so profound. Oh, what is the significance of the 3 golden balls then? Does it have some special meaning? That is entirely unimportant here, dear madam. Irrelevant even. You mean you don't know? Okay. Keep your secrets then. Keep your secrets. That's not a calendar you could easily miss, is it? 15th April. Today's date. Yes. That's not for sale, I must point out. It is an Eastern-style page-a-day calendar. Every night at midnight, I tear off the front page to reveal the following day's date. The perfect calendar for a tearaway fellow such as yourself, Mr. Windybank. And who was it who walked out of here with the wrong violin before? Well, when the agreed storage period has passed without repayment, articles are forfeited, you see. So I have to keep a close eye on the date. It's something of a pawnbroker's obsession, you might say. Oh yes, I can see you're very dedicated to your job. Ooh, what's this? Look at this. Whatever could it be used for? I have no idea. Ah. There's a small catch just here, look. We're going to open it, aren't we? Yeah. Oh? Oh, is it like an old-fashioned camera? Oh my, that's amazing. Is it some sort of spring-loaded mechanism, which will never manage to put back to the way it was before? What are you doing? What? Us? Nothing. No, nothing at all. Whatever this device is, it seems to have a pair of little windows to look through. I feel as though I've seen something rather similar to this elsewhere. What? Only tuppence for it? That ain't fair, you know it. Yes, but it's barely worth a penny, miss. I cannot afford more. Sounds like there's an argument brewing over by the counter. Come on, that can't be right. Have you ever added proper pictures at it? I've seen all I need to see, young girl. Oh, it's Gina Lestrade. It's Gina. Wait, don't we know? I'm sure I recognise her. Oh, yes. It's the young lady from Mr. McGilded's trial 2 months ago. Here she is. Her name is Gina Lestrade, my lord. She's a chancer, earns a crust among large crowds, relieving people of their purses. What's commonly called a pickpocket. Oh yeah, that was Iris's gun that she stole, wasn't it? Gordon Bennett, you lot. She still has Iris's gun. Hello, Mrs. Strayed. I hope you're doing well. Huh? Well, you remember me then, do ya? Well, I remember being completely surrounded by smoke, that's for sure. So, what are you doing in here? Dining out like the rest of us? Nothing to eat? Come to pop that black weasel? Sorry, coat, have you? What is it about this black uniform that makes everyone comment on it? Ah, good day. Unless I'm much mistaken. You would be the young pickpocket who stole our experimental smoke grenade launcher? Ah, Mr. Sholmes. So you have something of value to pawn, do you? Allow me to see the article and I shall negotiate with Mr. Windybank on your behalf. Pull the other one. I don't need help from some stuck-up dude. Get out of business. Go and I'll make trouble for you. As you wish, Miss Lestrade. I will happily remove myself from your presence. He's really done it. He's gone. I'm sorry, but as I said, there really is no room for negotiation here. What is it I think he has in his hand? Some kind of metal disc? And you, go on, leave me alone. Oh, Miss Lestrade, just pretend we aren't here. We shan't be offended in the slightest. Susanna can really stand her ground when she wants to. Whatever. Not examine. Not examine. I don't want to examine. I want to talk to her. I want to talk to her. Somehow I didn't really think you were the sort of person who'd use a pawnbroker, Miss Lestrade. Yeah? Well, I am alright. I'm a Londoner, just like everyone else. That a problem, is it? No, not at all. It's just that, well... I get it. I know what you're thinking. That thing probably don't even belong to her. Probably got it on the dive, didn't she? Yeah, I can see it written all over your Chevy Chase. Well, I might have been thinking something along those lines. Yeah, you're not going to deny it, Mr. Naruhodo. Come on, Naruhodo. Alright then, I'm just going to come out and ask you straight. Do you pawn things that you steal from other people? Well, I don't know best to answer that really. Suppose, sometimes. You're not going to deny it either, Miss Lestrade. But not this time, alright, I swear. That thing belongs to me. The disc that Mr. Windybank is holding. Perhaps we can see what he has to say about all this. Yeah, come out here, Windybank. What you gonna talk about this Vendo disc? Look at Mr. Windybank, watching diligently over his shop. There are still so many things I'm curious about. I don't believe this is the type of browsing, Mr. Naruhodo. We should probably see whether that argument's been resolved yet, I suppose. Mr. Windybank, what exactly is this metal disc that Mr. Lestrade has brought in? It seems to have hundreds of tiny little bumps on its surface. Ah, this is a music disc, you see, for use inside a music box. In a music box? What, you don't even know what a music box is? You Eastern lot aren't too savvy, eh? I know what a music box is, I've just never seen one of these discs before. The small protrusions on the metal discs encode the tune to be played by the music box. You simply insert the disc and set the machine going and beautiful music plays. It's so incredible. Tell us, what tune is on this disc? Well, I'm afraid I can't tell you that. There are so many different types of music box, you see. British made, German, Swiss. I have no way of knowing which particular machine this disc was made for. Ah, I see. And that's in a nutshell. I wouldn't have any customers for an item like this, even if the young lady forfeited it. Really, I'm already offering more than I should at a penny. That's a packet of lies. He told me he did. He said he was well. He? Who? Never you mind. It just ain't right, that's all. That disc's worth good money, I know it is. Well then, you'll have to try and look at another pawnbrokers, won't you? Ah! She's been in before, of course. This little tatterdemalion. I see. I brought some dubious article over with her every single time I might add. Dubious? What are you trying to say? I'm an honest customer, me. So, is there something dubious about the discs she brought in today? Well, if only it were that simple. Sorry? What do you mean? What she actually brought in was a storage ticket. Ah, storage ticket. So, Mr. Lestrade has actually come to redeem an article from you today, is that right? Yeah, that's right. A girl like me has a lot of stuff what needs storing. Alright, yes, that's definitely dubious. The article in question would have been forfeited at midnight tonight. But as she gave me the ticket for it and we paid both the loan and the interest, I was obliged to return the article to her. But what was the article? Do tell us, Mr. Windybank. The little scamp is wearing it, ma'am. It's the overcoat that she redeemed. Oh. What? What's wrong with that? It fits, don't it? I mean, it's mine, so of course it does. So, what about the disc then? How does that come into all this? Ah, the disc is something else. A new article to pawn. If the girl and I can agree to a price. I'm confused. I thought you said that Mr. Lestrade brought in a storage ticket today. It's really quite simple. Yes, the child brought me a storage ticket and the money owed on it, as you say. For this heavy black coat which you returned to her care, as I understood. That's right, yes, and rather unsurprisingly so. As soon as the little ragamuffin put the thing on, she went rifling through the pockets. Oh, you mean... What? Don't you know it's rude to stare at a lady? I see. So it came from the pocket of the overcoat, did it? If you mean this disc, then yes, exactly, ma'am. And she immediately tried to pawn it, for quite a high price as well. This is all rather suspicious, I think. Give it up, and don't decide to pawn something like anyone else would. Miss Lestrade, may I ask who deposited the overcoat here in the first place? Well, me. It doesn't really appear to be a size. Me, old man. It's me old man's, ain't it? Is it, Miss Lestrade? Yes, this is definitely all rather suspicious. Yeah, this is kinda sus. Out of my way, please. The fuck are you? Who's this picture postcard English gentleman? Hey, not gonna lie, he looks like straight out of Alice in Wonderland, kind of. Good day to you, ladies, gentlemen. What's your problem, eh? There's no problem, as long as you remove yourself. I have a matter to discuss with the proprietor. And if you intend to make a problem of it, I shall see you outside, little girl, for the hiding you deserve. Look, ain't it obvious? I ain't done talking with him yet. If you think he's such a gent, you should know how to wait in line. The Brits love their lines. Congrats on your affiliate copy. And thank you, Shinobi. Thank you. Thank you, Shinobi. How you doing, by the way, Shinobi? How you doing? Well, you are an impudent little brat, aren't you? As well as a pickpocket. Eh? Who are you? How do you know who I am? The question is, how do you not know who I am? You haven't the courtesy to even remember the face of your victims, it seems. What? You mean from you? Broker? Yes, sir. I believe this filthy pickpocket thief has just redeemed an article from you, no? Yes, the article in question belongs to me. I demand for it to be returned at once. Oh my. When you realize you and that, why would this guy wear that coat? No, that's a lie. What are you trying to pull? Give me back my overcoat, you wastrel. And needless to say, any music box discs too. No, you can't have it. You just can't. It's the old man's. Oh, it was. Now it's mine. Goodness, Mr. Naruhodo. This is a very awkward situation. Yeah, I think perhaps we should hit both sides of the story in a little more detail. Yep. Now examine. Let's talk. Examine. Let's talk to Gina first, and then we can talk to this whoever the fuck this is. Mr. Lestrade, is what the gentleman is saying? What do you think? It's all lies, ain't it? Obviously. I swear on my life, I ain't never laid eyes on that dandy before. Let's hear it now, you little ragamuffin. You stole it, didn't you? That ticket you brought in there just now. No, I swear it. I swear to God. It was barely an hour ago. I was walking along the street, minding my own business, when this little gutterling ran into me. I knew at once what had happened. I've been robbed yet again, I thought to myself. Those wretched pickpockets. Yet again? Oh yes, as you can see, I'm a man of impeccable style. This isn't the first time that I've been targeted by these backslum scoundrels. Now then, relinquish my overcoat. Ah. Come now, Mr. Lestrade. Give the good gentleman his coat back. If you're going to cause trouble, I shall have no choice but to call the police. Hold on, why does everyone think it's me? Just look at his dandy cove, and you think I'm the dodgy one? I'm sorry, but no one's going to believe you. Well, what about evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence that I've stolen something, eh? Come on, let's see it. Oh, I have evidence, naturally. What evidence do you have? What serious evidence do you have? You what? What evidence do you have? Really? Evidence that the article Mr. Lestrade redeemed actually belongs to this gentleman? Of course, we need only consult Mr. Windybank's ledger to know the truth. We'll be able to look up the name of the person who deposited the article in the first place. Yes, brilliant. Why didn't Windybank do that in the first place? I'm very sorry, but I'm afraid that won't be possible. Oh. I never asked customers' names. That was a strict policy of mine. But why not? Well, now, as you can imagine, some of my customers have circumstances to consider. A great many of them prefer to maintain their anonymity. Yes, I see. Then how can you know if an article belongs to the person asking to redeem it? Oh, it's quite simple. Good, sir. May I trouble you for the watchword associated with the article in question? Of course, it's Professor. Yes, that's right. And all the evidence we need. This gentleman is the rightful owner of the article without doubt. A watchword, interesting. So, about these watchwords, Mr. Windybank. As I just explained, I never ask customers' names when they deposit items with me. There are many reasons why certain customers would like to keep their activities secret. That wasn't exactly a subtle glance at Mr. Sholmes now, was it? But how do you know Sholmes' name? Great detectives have no dark secrets, none at all. Aha! Yeah, definitely. Aha! Yeah! Yes, well, anyway, that's why I always ask for a watchword whenever I accept a new article. In many ways, it's like the secret combination of a number to use to unlock a vault. The date deposit, a description, and a watchword uniquely identify each item. And of course, then I give the storage victim ticket to the customer. When someone comes to redeem something, I ask for the ticket and the watchword. And if that someone tells you the correct watchword, you return the article. That's right, sir, yes. Just as soon as the requisite fee is paid. Wait, then how did Gina know? Why is Gina wearing the overcoat? If that overcoat is supposedly not hers or her dad's, then how the fuck did she know that the watchword was Professor? And I've supplied you with the information you require already, but for the avoidance of doubt, the article in question is an overcoat, deposited 2 months ago on the 15th of February. Well, no shit, that's like obvious. The watchword of Professor. All perfectly correct information, sir. But ow! Really, this is beyond a joke now. There is no further room for doubt. But then, let's talk to this guy. Who are you? Excuse me, but who are you? One would expect the inquirer to introduce himself first. Though, clearly you are not British, so perhaps our ways are foreign to you. Oh, sorry, yes. We are from the Empire of Japan. We are studying here. Oh yes, Japan. I've heard talk of the place. Its inhabitants live on some fiery brown-coloured soup, dressed up with exotic spices. You might be thinking of somewhere else. What was that theatrical gesticulation about? Perhaps. Anyway, if you are a gentleman, sir, you offer your own name first before inquiring about the name of another. Of course, yes. I'm Mayunosuke Naruhodo. I'm a lawyer. Well, a student of law, really. My name is Psssttt Mikotoba. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's assistant. I see. My name is Benedict. Yes. Egbert Benedict. That's a little on the nose, isn't it? Entrante. He's so refined in how he holds himself and how he speaks, but that name is suspicious. Now, to the matter at hand. My overcoat. Return it out at once. To someone with the style to carry it off. Every move he makes. Every breath he takes. Can't stand watching it. Every move you make. So, let that be an end to the matter. And thanks for your custom, Mr. Egbert Benedict, sir. With such reasonable rates of interest, I may even decide to come back. I was thinking that in my head as well. We're same wavelength. Same wavelength. This is why I hate grown-ups. Just because I'm a diver, everyone thinks that makes me a liar. And the contents of the coat pockets, if you please, broker. But of course, sir. Here's the disc for you. Just this one? Pardon, sir? I was expecting another. That is, I deposited another disc. Oh, my dear. Oh dear. I regret to inform you, sir. That what was deposited with me was merely the overcoat. The disc happened to be in one of the pockets, but I was completely unaware of it until now. So, Guttling, you're hiding more of what's rightfully mine, aren't you? Says Uwe, I don't know nothing about it. Very well. Then I shall bid you farewell. Say goodbye to style. What style? Wait a minute, that disc is mine. Ah! What do you think you're doing, you little trump? You've drawn blood, you filthy animal. Oh my, yes. There's blood on the disc. It's because of all those sharp little bumps. The man must have scratched his finger on them. I found it first, alright? I mean, it belonged to me old man. So you're not having it. Or you take it. Me? If I am going to it, they'll have it off me again. So you keep holding it. Mr. Strayed, why is this disc so important to her? You there, in the black livery. Hand that disc to me at once. No, don't. He's lying. Grown-ups are all liars. What do I do now? How am I going to resolve this? Wow, Mr. Strayed is really looking daggers at that mysterious gentleman. I need to do something to calm things down before she loses control and attacks him again. Look at those piercing eyes. He's clearly in no mood to talk. We have to do something quickly before this mysterious gentleman leaves to fetch the police or something. Mr. Windybank is clearly at a loss here. We have to do something about this before he reaches for that revolver of his. Sherlock, get over here. Mr. Sholmes, why are you examining with such keen interest there? I should enjoy a bar of caramel, I see. So, you found me at last, Mr. Naruhodo. Sorry? After that young pickpocket sent me on my way, I was forced to look in the shadows. Cruelly ostracized as the rest of you partook in the jovial atmosphere of fellowship. I had nothing to occupy my mind, but was too ashamed to let society see what my downfall had done to me. So, feigning mock interest, I pretended to examine the tedious trinkets in this desolate place. Whilst, as you shrewdly observed, drawing on the only friend I have left, this 7% solution of caramel. Pray, do you claim to understand the depths of my despair, Mr. The depths of my despair, Mr. Naruhodo? But how could you? I'm so lonely, so desperately lonely. Then why on earth didn't you rejoin the conversation? Things have gone from bad to worse here, you know. Yes, I've heard much of your conversation. Or rather, my craving for human contact. My ears devoured every word that was uttered. You really were sad, weren't you? Poor Mr. Sholmes, I feel simply awful for you. It would seem that my inferences are correct. Oh, surely you're not about to tell us that you've solved the entire case once again? He's not. We can guarantee it. My dear madam, sometimes I wonder, will my genius for deduction to be commoditized? How much could I pawn it for? It seems Mr. Sholmes has had another of his flashes of inspiration, but who knows if it will help to resolve the situation between Miss Lestrade and the mysterious gentleman. What's the right thing to do here? Listen to the deduction. That's the only lead we have. Well, Miss Lestrade, it appears you find yourself in something of a predicament. Where the blue bases have you been? Pardon? When a lady's in trouble, a true gent's supposed to be there to help. Straight away, not an hour later. Osh. And who, pray tell, are you? Sherlock Sholmes, as it would be, Mr. Edgar Benedict. You have, in my eyes, a veritably encyclopedic array of curiosities about your person. Nevertheless, there are two immovable conclusions I have drawn. I beg your pardon. The first is this. The true reason for your visit to this pawnbrokery today is something you have not yet revealed. I should really take the bottom things off here. Should really take this QR code off eventually. Not the QR code, barcode. And the second is, a considerable crime is in contemplation, which you will orchestrate with intent to steal a vast sum of money. Well, Mr. Benedict, what say you to my deductions? How? You said as white as a hard-boiled egg. It would seem that once again, Mr. Sholmes has made a flawless deduction. Just who do you think you are, sir? Ah yes, as I hoped. This is precisely the pained expression I was looking for. So, shall we begin? The time has come for another Sherlock Sholmes' logic and reasoning spectacular. The great deduction. The game is afoot. Mystery Man's aim. First of all, we must ask ourselves on what business you ventured to this pawnbrokery today. You claim to have followed this pickpocket here, having had the redemption ticket stolen from you on the street. But that is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different. As revealed by that which you hold in your hand. Yes, what brought you to this shop in the first place is this staff recruitment flyer. The piece of paper in your hand is a staff wanted advertisement from this very shop. Yet even the most unobservant would soon realize that a man of your appearance has no need of such employ. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions. The cane which you unwittingly clutched to your person exhibits an incontrovertible contradiction. Why does Ace Attorney just love incontrovertible? Seriously, why? What utter rot? I've had this cane for years. The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the missing ferrule. The end of any walking cane would be terminated with a metal ferrule to protect the wooden tip. And yet, detailed analysis shows the wooden tip of this stick to be utterly bare. Therefore, there's only one conclusion. The rod that you hold in your hand, which appears to be a walking cane, is in fact no cane at all. You recall, sir. Is something wrong? And in your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answer of the next conundrum to present itself. Namely, what is the truth behind this rod you bear? Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. The handle, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle, you see. From the moment I saw it, my suspicions were aroused. What walking cane demands such a stout handle, mused I. But of course, as I said, this is no walking cane. No, that rod. Oh, it's the broken handle of a shovel. What? Are you insane? And now, having determined this undeniable truth, the conclusion is clear. Your true motive for coming here was to take employment at this establishment in order to excavate the ground beneath the premises. What a calculated crime you have conceived, sir. A wickedly calculated crime. Topic 2. Great crime. Now, Mr. Benedict, let us continue. For we must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have in the planning. This is utterly absurd. You suggest that I, a gentleman, intend to excavate the ground beneath this pawnbrokery with a broken shovel? What on earth do you propose I could expect to find there? Some long-forgotten treasure, I suppose? Save for such a fanciful theory, what possible reason could I have? What did he say? I have to do as you say. Oh, but there's ample reason, as you are too well aware, Mr. Benedict. Ah, and your furtive glance is more telling than I could have hoped. What? Let's consider what would motivate a man to infiltrate a shop such as this and covertly dig beneath its floor. The answer is revealed by the council notice on the counter to which your eyes were inadvertently drawn. This letter gave notice of public works to be carried out in the local area. And according to this enclosed plan of your upcoming sewerage works. I'm sat so awkwardly on my chair. Beneath this shop runs a sewer that joins another, one that runs under the bank on the opposite side of the road. This madness has entered the sewers now, has it? Yeah, you've lost me now, Herlock. By excavating the ground beneath our feet, you would gain access to the waterway that flows in very close proximity to the great vault of the financial institution opposite. What are you? In summary, sir, you devised a master plan to pull off an elaborate bank robbery by dint of the underground tunnels. Master plan? Which brings us at last to the final chapter of this lurid scheme. With what plunder did the thief hope to make off from the underground vault of the bank? Are you quite serious? Having consulted with Scotland Yard some days ago, I happen to know the answer. But naturally, the answer is no secret to you, is it, Mr. Benedict? I have no idea what you're talking about. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. You see, this picture postcard tells us all we need to know. A postcard of the Great Exhibition. I'm afraid you've quite lost me. Currently in the final stages of preparation, the Great Exhibition will soon be underway, and the government has provided extra funds to complete its centerpiece, the Crystal Tower. Oh my god, I've completely forgot about the Great Exhibition. But the funds that currently sit in the vault of the bank on the other side of the road. Pardon? Yes, the considerable crime you have been contemplating. Oh, just to check from the tags, you don't mind any standard pronouns? Yep, she is fine. Is the theft of that which sits in the vault of that bank, the special reserve funds for the Great Exhibition. Of course, that is top secret police information, so keep it under your hat, please. Okay, so he just wants to steal money. This concludes... Righto, yep. This concludes Sherlock Holmes's great deduction of this pawnbroking puzzle. Mr. Sholmes? Well, Mr. Naruhodo, an impressively upbeat deduction for a detective racked with loneliness, would you not agree? Was it true what you said about the bank over the road and what it has in its vaults? Indeed, though few know of its existence, it is one of the government's most closely guarded secrets. I feel like my camera is like too far up, so I'm gonna move it down slightly. What did he say? What did he say? Gregson told me in the strictest confidence, but he just announced it to everyone here, rather loudly in fact. Oh yeah, there's an ad, by the way, in like 6 minutes. Ah, and if it's such a big secret, how would Mr. Benedict have come to find out about it? There can only be but one explanation for that. Clearly, it is because the man is a criminal. Right. But what if he didn't know anything about the money in the vault? If he's a criminal, as you said, then buying a brand new shovel is sure to be the first thing he does now that you've revealed the secret. Oh. Or if he doesn't, maybe Mr. Woodybank will. He only has plenty of shovels here after all. All my life I assure you that I'm not so unscrupulous. Well, hopefully this has taught you a valuable lesson. Sensitive information must be handled with the utmost of care. Lessons you don't follow yourself, Sherlock. One can never be sure that someone privy to secrets won't disclose them. And once the word is out, it's out. Add in 5 minutes, guys. Add in 5 minutes. Perhaps I'll think twice before confiding in you next time, Mr. Sholmes. An excellent idea, Mr. Naruhodo. An excellent idea. Well done, Mr. Naruhodo. You know what to do, I'm sure. Yes, let's listen to that quick deduction again and see if we can massage it into shape. Very well then. Let us start once more from the beginning. Of Sherlock Holmes' magnificent logic and reasoning spectacular. First of all, we must ask ourselves from what business you ventured to this pawnbrokery today. Claims I've followed this pickpocket here, having to attempt. This is basically what I just said earlier. Certainly a lie. The truth is quite different. But it wasn't actually the staff recruitment flyer that brought him in. It was actually. So, by Mr. Sholmes' reasoning, Mr. Benedict came here in order to apply for a job so he can dig down through the floor. Yes, in an attempt to tunnel into the sewers to gain access to the money in the vault of the bank across the road. But he wouldn't get very far with a broken shovel, would he? No, I think it's fair to say his motives lie elsewhere. The question is where? What did bring Mr. Benedict here at this particular point in time? This here. Oh, look at all the scribbled notes on the back of the flyer here. I don't believe it. What is it? Listen to what it says. Name, Gina Lestrade. Height, 5'2". green cap, scruffy waistcoat, grubby white shirt, blue satchel, ragged. It's a detailed description of Miss Lestrade. Goodness, there's even a sketch of her hat and all. Although if he showed it to her, she'd fire that smoke grenade launcher in his face for sure. And look, the details of the shop should have been written down here too. Windy Banks Pawnbrokery, Baker Street. Redemption deadline, 15th April, which is today's date. Why would Mr. Benedict have all that information scrawled on the back of that piece of paper? Okay, info about Miss Lestrade.
Take that!
We are going to present. Yes, what brought you into the shop in the first place is the info about Miss Lestrade. Quite so, my dear fellow. It would appear that the writing and sketch on the reverse of the flyer pertain to the pickpocket, Miss Lestrade, and to Mr. Windy Banks' pawnbrokery here. Ah. You originally told us that you had merely given chase after Miss Lestrade stole the redemption tickets from you. But that, sir, is a thinly veiled lie. It is the information on the back of the flyer that led you here today, by which I mean here to Windy Bank's pawnbrokery, and today, the redemption deadline of that overcoat. So, you waited outside for the young girl to matching the description you have written down to arrive. You have gone to some lengths to hide the reason for your pursuit of Mr. Lestrade. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions. The cane, which you unwittingly clutched to your person, okay. What? Okay, this is just basically what I said earlier, so I'm gonna try and skip through this dialogue. It's the missing ferrule, which isn't right. Oh yeah, add it in under a minute. What's a ferrule? It's the metal cap commonly found on the end of a cane, Mr. Naruhodo. The bit makes the nice clanking sound on the pavement. Yes, exactly. And Mr. Sholmes is right. It appears it's missing on this cane. But it doesn't actually look broken, does it? No, it doesn't. Though the gentleman certainly did recoil when Mr. Sholmes identified the cane as suspicious. In other words, there's some secret about the cane that Mr. Benedict would rather we don't know. Okay. We'll get back to this a little bit after the ad. So, yeah. Add time. Ad starting soon. I can never tell when the ad is actually started or not. Because it's just said ad starting soon, but it's not. Ad break in progress. You tried to unplug my thing without actually, my charger without actually, my watch to make sure it's, yeah, it's fully charged. My watch is fully charged because I keep forgetting to charge it throughout the week. So it's literally of no use to me now because I'm not going to wear it throughout the week. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh god, I'm tired. I'll get through these first, like, 2 bits and I'm going to do the other 2 parts of the investigation on Sunday. We have another, like, 20 seconds left-ish of the ad. What was I going to say? I don't even know. I don't know. Ad break ended. Yeah. Okay. Contradiction of what I speak is the missing ferrule. What's making the mysterious gentleman so agitated? Okay, what is making him so agitated? This? The initialing? Because he's, look here, Mrs. Sato. There's some letters on the handle. Ah, yes, those supposed to be initials, I think. In the West, it's customary for people to engrave their belongings with the first letters of their name. So Herlock Sholmes would be HS, you mean? That's right. And the initials on this cane, obviously. Oh, AG. Why does it feel as though that's not quite right? Yeah, that's not your cane,
Take
mate.
that!
Do we know of any characters that are AG? The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the initialing. A most astute observation, wouldn't you say, Mr. Edgar Benedict? Oh, his initials are EG. We are led to believe, sir, that your initials are EB. Not EB. Not EG. EB. Yeah, Sherlock is right. Sherlock is right, even. Yet, in the most possessive manner, you have in your grasp a cane bearing the initials AG. And incontrovertible. How many times I'm going to say incontrovertible in this case? Contradiction indeed. Would you not agree? No, you're wrong. This cane isn't. You said before that you had that cane for years. So don't try to tell us that you just borrowed it from a friend or found it in the park. In short, though you hold yourself to be a gentleman, you have withheld your true name. You recall, and then this is just what he said earlier on. And yeah. Hurry up, Sherlock. Behind the Roger Bear. What's the word we need to? The handle, which you evidently would like to use to conceal. Let's consider the bare bones of what's happened here. Mr. Strayed redeemed that fine-looking overcoat. Now a mysterious man has appeared, introducing himself with a fake name and claiming that the overcoat belongs to him. But we know that he actually identified Mr. Strayed from a written description, which suggests that everything else he's told us is untrue. So what we need to do here is somehow prove that the overcoat cannot possibly belong to him. Oh, it doesn't fit him. Oh, the seam of the shoulder there is coming apart, look. So it is. Do you know, a moment ago when Mr. Benedict was surprised by something that was said, I thought I heard him make a rather strange sound. It sounded a bit like a tiny growl, but now I think it was probably the sound of the seam ripping open. If you look closely, it does seem to be a very tight fit. The sleeves are stretched to bursting, and he wouldn't have a hope of fastening it at the front. If he were to run around in it, I'm sure the whole thing would fall apart. That I'd like to see. Sorry? So how can we make Mr. Benedict run around? She's really giving this some thought. So let's just present.
Take that!
The split seam, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle, you see. Ah. Yes, because the overcoat is rather obviously a poor fit. Having forced it over your broad shoulders, the seam is already breaking apart. My suspicions were aroused from the onset. When you were so boldly lied about your name and so boldly waylaid this pickpocket. This catalogue of untruths has all been for one very specific purpose. To steal the article that the young girl redeemed from Mr. Windyback. Now that I think about it, this cane could very well just be not Gina's, someone else's. Gina's first name says G, not her last name. Never mind. But what really irks me is this. The considerable crime I initially imagined has been considerably curtailed. I need a stretch. To abscond with a redeemed item. to know what is this great crime that was committed. Now, Mr. Benedict, let's continue. For we must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have hidden the planning. This is utterly absurd. You suggest that I, a gentleman, designed a wheeze to filch some tawdry article of pawnage? Have you ever forgotten that I redeemed the article in this proper manner, using the watchword? Had I not been the one to deposit it in the first place? How could I possibly have known the relevant details? N'est-ce pas? Oh, but the watchword can be discovered. As you are the only too well aware, Mr. Benedict. Ah, and your furtive glance is more telling than I could have hoped. What? Let us consider how one might have come to learn a secret watchword relating to the pawn property of another. The method is revealed by the council notice on the no. Nuh-uh. The direction of the deduction must change rather dramatically now, I think. Yes, no more talk of tunneling into sewers, which is a pity because it all sounded rather exciting. Anyway, you can't deny that this mysterious gentleman did not know the watchword. Yes, Professor. And if you didn't know that word, Mr. Windybank would never allow you to redeem the ticket. Or looking at it another way, if you did know the word, Mr. Windybank would allow you to redeem the article whether it was yours or not. So the question is, could this gentleman have found the watchword somehow? Yes, he would have.
Take that!
Objection indeed. The method is revealed by the notelet on the counter to which your eyes were inadvertently drawn. Yes, the broker here follows the same procedure whenever a customer comes to redeem an article. He asks the customer for the watchword and notes down the response uttered on the notelet he has to hand. Then he consults his ledger and confirms whether or not the watchword matches that of the article in question. I'd expect nothing less of a diligent pawnbroker, but his diligence clearly has its disadvantages. What are you talking about? It is increasingly apparent that you were present in the shop before your accusation against Miss Lestrade. In all likelihood, you followed her inside and then observed her talking to Mr. Windybank. When the diligent broker made a note of the watchword, as is his commonplace, you observed him writing the word Professor on the notelet beside the ledger. And that, sir, was the master plan you devised to steal the pawned article from the young Miss Lestrade. Master plan? Which brings us at last to the final chapter of this lurid scheme. Why would you go such lengths to redeem that particular article from this pawnbroker? Are you quite serious? For an ill-fitting overcoat, hardly seems to justify the effort, much less a worthless music box disc. But naturally, you had a very good reason to make them yours, didn't you, Mr. Benedict? I have no idea what you're talking about. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. You see this picture postcard? No. What does the postcard have anything to do with it? The articles we're talking about are the overcoat and the music box disc that was in one of the pockets, which according to Mr. Windybank isn't even worth a penny. And yet this man went to such lengths to steal them. Why? I wonder if perhaps we already have the evidence we need to explain it, Mr. Naruhodo. Could we really? I'd better have a thorough look through all the evidence we've collected so far. Let's examine this. Can we examine? Oh! That's what McGill did. Oh, there's a little scrap of paper stuck onto the reverse side of the disc. Look. and a scribbled word or two. It looks like somebody's name. For McGilded. McGilded? It couldn't be. But it is Mr. Naruhodo. A name I shall never forget for as long as I live. But why? Why is his name on this? Yeah, why is McGilded? Why is McGilded's name on this? Let's present the music disc. Why is
Take that!
You see, this music box disc tells us all we need to know. What's that on the back? It reads, for McGilded. Ah, Mr. Magnus McGilded, the unfortunate philanthropist who perished in curious circumstances at the Old Bailey 2 months ago. A prominent man in London, though his loan-mongering demonstrated a direct lack of scruples. So, you're an associate of his, are you? Or perhaps a subordinate? Mr. McGilded was a man of unusually small stature. In fact, he was precisely the right size for that overcoat that you've squeezed yourself into. Your true identity remains shrouded in mystery, Mr. Agate Benedict, but the final conclusion here is crystal clear. The reason you came to this pawnbroker today was to retrieve an article left behind by the late Magnus McGilded. Ah! Interesting. Interesting indeed. So, deduction complete. Sticky? Welcome on in, Potato. Welcome on in. How you doing? How you doing, How you doing, Potato? Well, Mr. Magnus McGilded. No name I expected to hear in these circumstances. I'm doing decent. That's pretty decent. Hope you're doing well. It's almost 2 a.m. It's almost 2 a.m. Lol. Oh, you should go to sleep soon. God, that's late. I heard myself moving. You know what? Good idea. That is a good idea. I'm doing pretty good. I'm in a pretty good mood today. Managed to finish uni early and then just played Minecraft and Sims for a bit before stream. Mrs. Sholmes, I'm afraid there's something very troubling on my mind. Pray tell, Miss Psssttt. Well, according to what Mr. Windybank told us earlier, today was the final day on which the code could have been redeemed, was it not? 5 minutes till it's here. Ooh. You won't have to wait long. You don't have to wait that long for it then. Then I can have my Snapchat streak image. Yeah, literally, you can have your snap streak. You can have your snap streak. Yes, ma'am, that is correct. Today would be precisely 2 months since it was first deposited. Well, today's April 15th April, so 2 months ago today would have been 15th of February, sir. That's right. It's all carefully recorded in my ledger. Deposited at 10:30 p.m. I see. What? But that suggests you gotta feel it. Yeah, I did. Yeah. First. Oh my god, you first. Oh my god. Yes, 15th of February. It's precisely the day on which the omnibus murder took place. At 10:30 in the evening, it's precisely the time at which the terrible events were unfolding. Suggestive is not the word. It would seem the matter is entirely beyond coincidence. You are, of course, at liberty to make whatever outlandish deductions you choose. However, I'm gonna go now. See ya. Alright, see ya, Potato. See ya. I must insist you hand over the music box disc now. It would be a terrible shame for you to return to your native land in a box. What do I do? Absolutely not. There are some things a man must protect. at all costs. This may well be one of those things. Then again, it may not. Mr. Windybank, this is my shop. I can't allow any harm to come to my customers. If that were to happen, I should have to take my own life. Mr. Windybank, no. Alright, that's enough. Ah, here he is. It's Gregson. Inspector Gregson. Inspector. That's right, Sunshine. The alarm was raised on one of our dedicated emergency lines. So we got here as fast as we could. Now what's all this about, eh? Oh, praise be, you're here at last. I was moments away from forfeiting my own life in my very own establishment. It would seem you have the upper hand. The upper hand of the police. He doesn't have the overcoat on anymore. Right, you have got some explaining to do. I don't appreciate being bothered with some petty argy-bargy. Petty? Mr. Windybank very nearly met with his end. Yeah, by his own gun as far as I can tell. Oh dear. And the whole of Britain could meet with his end if I don't get to the bottom of this case I'm supposed to be working on. What on earth is the case, Inspector? Spare no detail, Gregson. I might have said a little too much. Come on, Gregson. No matter, it's nothing to do with you lot. Anyway, sir, you're going to have to come with me down to the station. But of course, Inspector. He's getting away! Get out of there, lads! Whistle the beat officer too. Sir! Don't try to knock my man over while he's just trying to eat his fish and chips. While he's trying to eat his chippy. There's been a stay of thefts at the pawn shops around here recently. So we're fading emergency buttons underneath the counters for brokers to let us know when there's trouble. Oh, Inspector, I was very worried there for a while. Very worried indeed. Now then, Miss the permanently in mourning. Oh, yes. I'll be taking that wherever it is of McGilded's down to the yard, thank you very much. So hand it over. Oh yes, of course. No, don't give it to him. It's mine, that is, mine. I'm sorry, miss. But anything belonging to McGilded has to be taken in as evidence now. As evidence? Guessing they're still working on his death. As the police demand submit as evidence, my dear fellow, we had no choice but to capitulate. It's all yours, Inspector. And so, he handed Mr. McGilded's disc over to Inspector Gregson, and was summarily turfed out of the shop and onto the street. To be continued. Okay, right now I think I'm going to run an ad while I save and do all that stuff. Okay, ad time. Hopefully that'll run. Hopefully it will let me. There we go. Ad in progress. Saving. Okay. Back to investigation part 2. Let's go through ad to end because that took like 15 seconds to do. I don't know what to ramble about. Don't know what to ramble on about for the next like 20 odd seconds. We have like 15 seconds left of the ad. So, yeah. And 1 and okay, people should be back from the ad now. People should be back from the ad, and we're back on Baker Street. See, that's why I hate grown-ups. All they do is feed you a pack of lies and take stuff away from you. Now, next ad is in an hour and 38 minutes, by the way. Oh really, Miss Lestrade? Tell me, is that overcoat keeping you warm? What? Oh my, sure you were given that. Yeah, the deal let me keep it. After I looked daggers at him for long enough. He went through the pockets and then said, "Go on then, have it," before telling me to scarf her. Always pays off giving people a look like you ate them. I can't help feeling that it's going to get you into serious trouble one day. What I really wanted was that nice shiny disc, mind. The music box disc. Why can't I say box properly? Why can't I say box disc properly? But Mr. Windybag said it was practically worthless. I think I'm gonna go and have another bash. Give him a long guards there. I think not, Mr. Straight. We shan't enter Windybags again today. Why not? That's not fair. It can't be helped, I'm afraid. The police are investigating the scene now and taking a statement from Mr. Windybag. The disc's mine. I had the ticket for this coat and it was in the coat's pocket. And there should be something else and all. That's what that rotten cuff said, idiot. Yes, he did mention something about another article, didn't he? Yeah, it was another disc, wasn't it? Well then, that's mine too, whatever it is. Now she's really pushing her luck. Mr. Straight, I think it's time to admit defeat. You've had your half of the day. Yeah, and it's all your fault, Sholmes. So what are your plans now? Will you dine with us this evening? Eh? Iris would be delighted to cook, I'm sure, and I might entertain you with a modest violin recital. Will she? No, Ta. Oh. Why would I come round your place, eh? Have you lost your head or something? She definitely has like a Cockney accent or something. Very much Northern accent. Oh dear, she's gone. Having reviled on me quite unnecessarily, I might add. I can't help wondering if perhaps she might turn up anyway. Interesting. Once she's had a chance to calm down, I think there's a good chance she'll decide to come. Very well then. I'll inform Iris to set a place for our potential guest at the dinner table this evening. And one more thing. I should be glad of your company later too. Sorry? I believe I'll have a rather splendid surprise to show you. Oh, how exciting. What is it? You shall have to wait and see, Mr. Sato. Until later then. So... Let's go in. Let's go in. Sholmes is sweet. I love how these little, when it comes up with, like, the date and the place, that they have the typewriter sounds. Ah, Susie and Runo. Come in, come in. Good afternoon, Iris. Thank you so much for breakfast this morning. Oh, don't mention it. Goodness, look at the time already. Busy as always? I am. I'm preparing everything for dinner this evening. Already? You're obviously cooking something special, aren't you? Oh yes, after all, we'll have a special guest joining us. Guess who it is? Go on. You'll never guess. Look at those little eyes of hers shining. Oh dear. It's awkward when you already know the answer, isn't it? It's Ginny! Isn't that exciting? Oh, what a surprise! Yes, that's wonderful news. Wow, Iris seems overjoyed at the idea. I guess Ginny is Gina. I can't wait to learn some pickpocketing tips from a real professional. Oh my god, look at the little things on a bag. Can you guys see that? Yeah, you can. The little things on a bag, yeah. Oh my god, it looks like little Sholmes and little Iris. That is so cute. I'm not sure it's entirely appropriate. Are you, Mr. Naruhodo? And by the way, Iris, what's Mr. Sholmes up to? Really? I've always been like that ever since he got back. Hello, Mr. Sholmes. I like that you won't speak to me. Sorry? I don't know who you are, but kindly take your leave. As you can see, I'm not here. I don't know how to respond to that. Yeah. Sholmes, you good, bro. You good, dude. I don't think he's good. I don't think he's good, honestly. I do apologize. When he gets like this, he's completely oblivious to everything. Yes, I see. Really, he behaves just like a child sometimes, Hurley does. Mr. Sholmes and Iris have something of a parent and child relationship, don't they? Yes, except that Iris is clearly the parent here. Come to think of it, I wonder what her real parents are. What's the matter, Bruno? You have ever such a funny look on your face. Oh no, it's nothing. I know what it is. Why does this girl live here with Mr. Sholmes, you're wondering? Am I right? Oh, yeah. How? How did you... Oh, Bruno, I can read you like a book. This girl is dangerous. Don't worry, you can ask me anything. I won't mind. Let's ask her then. Living with Sholmes, I'm wondering. Fuck asking her about Gina. I'm sure you've been wondering why it is that I live here with Hurley, haven't you? Well, it has crossed my mind. That and where are your real parents? My mummy and daddy aren't with me anymore. Mummy passed away when I was born. And around the same time, my father, well, had to go to a faraway land because of one of the cases he and Hurley were working on. Oh, wait a minute. Did you say he and Hurley? Yes. Daddy and Hurley were always solving mysterious cases together. She didn't mention that before. He wrote them all up in his diaries. That's what's in the metal chest over there. Really? He recorded them all? So, you mean it's true? Mr. Sholmes really did have a partner with whom he tackled some of his most taxing cases? Oh yes, I mean, it's always nice to have one, isn't it? So Mr. Sholmes' partner was your father? Exactly. Hurley told me I wasn't allowed to look in the chest, but that only made me want to look at it even more, so I opened it up and found your father's memoirs. Yes, so I asked Hurley, who wrote these? He nearly fell off his chair. But then he told me. That's when I found out that the author of those accounts was my father. So Iris' father was Mr. Sholmes' partner. I've practically lived with Hurley all my life. I was tiny when he took me in. So, it came as quite a shock. When Hurley told me he wasn't really my daddy. I mean, it must have done. I wonder why Mr. Sholmes chose to tell you at such a young age. Hurley says it's because he wouldn't have been able to hide it from me. Oh? Well, having lived with Hurley all these years, you might say that his ways have rubbed off on me. There are some things I can't just see. Especially lies. I almost know when people are lying before they open their mouth sometimes. Right. Anyway, I was so fascinated when I read Daddy's diaries. That's why it inspired me to write The Adventures of Sherlock Sholmes, actually. I'd always assumed Mr. Sholmes simply told you all those thrilling stories. Oh no, Hurley's hopeless like that. He forgets everything. As soon as he solved the case, it all but vanishes from his mind. Oh, I see. The other day, it was so embarrassing. As usual, he totally forgot about the case he just solved. So the very next day, he gathered together all the people involved and proceeded to solve the case again. It was quite a shock for everyone. You can say that again. You share your father's surname, don't you, Iris? That's right, Wilson. Daddy is Dr. John H. Wilson. Like the victim in the first case. I learned from his diary that he's a doctor of medicine, you see. That's what prompted me to study so that I could earn a doctorate as well. I was his father, who went to some distant land. And it's a doctor by the name of John H. Wilson. The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case. The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson. That's right. Visiting Professor of Medicine at Imperial Yume University, and the man who, in the most bizarre circumstances, lost his life just before we left Japan. Mr. Sato. Yes. Perhaps we shouldn't pursue this conversation any further at this time. I think that would be for the best. Yeah, probably. She doesn't know that Dad is dead. I feel so bad for her. I feel so bad for her. And to think he's been gone like what? Like almost 3 months, which is crazy. And like she just doesn't know. So, but Ginny, you mean Mr. Lestrade, the young woman from the McGill case 2 months ago, right? Yes, who also stole my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Although after that trial, I invited her back here and we had dinner together. And then we're the best of friends. Oh, what a lovely tale. Yes, now if I bump into her on the streets, she runs away as fast as she can. Oh. And I chase after her down the back alleys. Interesting idea of friendship. And then I let her have the latest colour of smoke grenade I've developed. Oh. There's so many beautiful colours in the world. Ginny wants me to make a whole rainbow. I suppose this means you've let Mr. Lestrade keep the smoke grenade launcher, have you? Yes, that's right. I got bored of it anyway. Hurley always reacts the same way when I shoot him with it now. Poor Hurley. Ooh, I can't wait for Ginny to arrive. It's been so long since she last came over. I'm so excited. Just hope she does actually come. Ah, my dear fellas. How good to see you. Eat, Mr. Shums. Why ever did you not make your presence known to me before? Ha, we tried. Well, no matter now. So, how the devil are you? We've been with you for most of the day. Yeah. Goodness, really? Yeah. Do tell me, Mr. Sholmes, is your violin unscathed? My violin? What are you talking about, my dear madam? Oh, never mind that now. I have something far more interesting to show you. Behold, my dear fellas. Oh, another music box disc. No, not another disc, Mrs. Sato. This is the one Gregson demanded we hand over as evidence. Mr. McGilden's disc. Oh my! Then, what is it doing here? You know, at times, Mr. Naruhodo, I think that though I have an undeniable turn for detection, I may well be even more adept at larceny. I've forgotten what larceny means entirely. Oh, that would be wonderfully exciting. I'd be your pickpocketing assistant. And Bruno could be our go-to lawyer if he ever got caught. Right! Plus, Susie has such beautiful handwriting. She could write all our menacing crime notifications. Yes, I'd be delighted. I'm just going to pretend this conversation never happened, I think. Let's converse with him. I don't understand. How did that disc come to be in your possession? I thought Inspector Gregson took it back to Scotland Yard. Quite correct. And that sort of uncompromising attitude is precisely why I always carry some of this. That's a bar of caramel, Mr. Sholmes. Your one and only friend in times of loneliness, if I'm not mistaken. If you will humour me, my dear fellas, catch your mind back to when the good detective confiscated the disc. I'll pretend that whatever is good is, turn it over. What did he say? After that, I don't remember. So that happened literally like an hour ago. I have a horrible memory. For the briefest of moments, I had the disc in my hand, did I not? Yes, you did. But I still don't understand. It was at precisely that moment that I summoned my one and only friend into action. I pressed the disc into a pair of bars like this. That's amazing. The disc and all the minuscule protrusions have been an image in the caramel. Indeed, this caramel is quite exceptional. I developed it myself, you know. Suitably soft, making impressions, but resistant to melting. The result of a precisely controlled solution. How extraordinary. Carrying a pair of these on one's person frequently proves very useful indeed. Take a house key, for example. A simple press and its unique form is duplicated. I can enter anyone's property at will, never without high succulent nourishment. It sounds illegal. Yeah, hell up, that's illegal. I'm gonna go to bed straight after stream. From the image, I was able to create this. I confess I was most curious to know what manner of music would issue from the disc when played. Do tell us, Mr. Sholmes, what music does the disc play? Well, unfortunately, I have no idea. No idea? None whatsoever. Are you familiar with the workings of a music box, my dear fellows? No, I'm afraid not. Goodness, you don't know, Reno? Well, they don't have the same, type of music boxes in Japan, don't they? Inside a music box, there's a special metal piece called a comb. That's what produces the sound. Small protuberances pluck the different teeth of the comb as they rotate past it, making the different noises. The first music boxes to be invented used a rotating cylinder with protuberances on it. But over time, a new type of player was produced, which uses discs like these. With that development, the popularity of music boxes spread far and wide all around the globe. Why exactly? Because the discs are easy to produce and can be interchanged to facilitate the playing of different tunes. There are a great many firms in Europe now manufacturing music boxes as a result. It is wonderful to be able to enjoy music, even when no performer is present. But it is the very success of the invention that means we are now presented with an insurmountable problem. What do you mean? As you may imagine, the construction of one firm's music box does not match that of another, and we have no way of knowing in which music box this particular disc was designed to play. There is no resolution to this problem, I'm afraid. It's quite intractable. Oh, I see. So that's why. Naturally, I tested the disc in those few music boxes I have at my disposal. But as you can hear, to no avail. The results were equally unsatisfactory in this one. So, I am presently engaged in acquiring an example of all the music boxes ever made in Europe. Every single one? That's hardly for you, always taking things too far. But my dear girl, an unsolved riddle is quite repugnant to a constitution. But surely all the different types in Europe will amount to a huge volume of music boxes, won't it? Yes, that is certainly true. In the worst case, I shall just have to ask you to vacate the attic room. What? We can just ask it. Let's ask him about McGilded. Magnus McGilded, not a name I expected to hear again so soon. Yes, it's only been 2 months since that grisly case. Oh yeah, the cabin. We don't really know about the cabin fire. The omnibus fire, even. Mr. McGilded perished within hours of the trial's conclusion. Was it the curse of the Reaper? No one knows, though now. The omnibus was reduced to a pile of ash. Not a shred of evidence remained. With the man's death, the truth about the murder in which he was so intimately involved was buried. Even though we successfully established Mr. McGilded's innocence in the trial, the newspapers are still claiming that it remains an unsolved case. Yeah, I guess so. The murder of the brickmaker, Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason. Yeah, we still don't really know who did it. In the end, the truth of the matter remains a mystery. We still have no idea what really happened that night. Oh yeah, Gina was involved in that one as well. And although Mr. McGilden was found not guilty through my defense, I still don't know if that was the right judgment or not. Sure. It appears the case is not yet closed. Well, it's time I started getting things ready for dinner, I think. Ginny will be here before long. Thank you, Iris. Oh, you must let me help you then. Of course, Susie. There's plenty to do. I think I shall investigate the condition of my faithful performing partner. Now then, where did I leave it? Let this be a lesson to you, Mr. Sholmes. Never leave anything too precious with the pawnbroker. Yes, you may be right. Oh, that reminds me of something Mr. Windybank said before. He said that he had a manuscript of Iris's in pawn, didn't he? Did he? Yeah. Yeah, he definitely mentioned it. Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of a worldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom, his words, I believe. So you heard about that, did you? I expected you were incensed as incensed as I was. Oh yes, the idea of such a wonderful story languishing in Mr. Windybank's storeroom gathering dust. My dear madam, I'm quite sure I told you already. The pawnbroker's storeroom is the safest place for it, more secure than a bank's vault. And what about your Stradivarius, Hurley? Was that safe and secure? Well, there may be the occasional mix-up caused by a certain impetuous someone not too far from me now. Do you have any idea how long it took me to write that Baskerville story, Hurley? Baskerville? Like the thing in the cutscene. Oh, it sounds so exciting. The Hound of the Baskervilles. I should love to read it. Ooh. Stunned silence. Just a stunned silence. I feel like I'm on it like every minute. Ah. What's going on here? Yeah. What? Just come on. Spit it out with it. Spit it out. Why does it feel like an icy chill just swept through the room? Yeah. Susie, what did you just say? You said the Hound of the Baskervilles. But how could you know the full title? Dun dun dun! Well, that's because Mr. Sato is such a great fan of all the stories about Mr. Sholmes, of course. But Bruno, the Hound of the Baskervilles, has never been published. What? When I showed Hurley the manuscript, he told me that I wasn't allowed to publish it yet. I don't understand. That's why he said he'd keep it safe until it was the right time for the story to be made public, you see. So that's why the manuscript is at Windybank's. And yeah, how could Susie here know its title? Well, Hurley, what's going on? Ah! What is it, Mr. Sholmes? It would appear our guest has arrived. Ah, Gina. Mr. Strayed. This was a bad idea. I knew I wasn't welcome. I'm going. No, Gina! Stay. No, wait, Mr. Strayed. We've all been eagerly awaiting your arrival. Haven't we, Iris? Oh yes, just wait there, Ginny. We'll have everything ready in a jiffy. Come along, Susie. Right, of course. It's a pleasure to see you here, Miss Lestrade. Please make yourself at home. Don't stand in the doorway, my dear girl. Come along in. With what you say to some Mendelssohn? Is it Mendelssohn? I won't take no for an answer. Mendelssohn it is, then. Ah, here he is. Oh, Waka High. No, Waka High is so cute. That evening, Iris prepared us all a meal that was even more delicious than usual. Mr. Sholmes' violin performance was in no way meddlesome, and Gina, as we came to call her, taught us all how to steal things from one another without being noticed. Everyone thoroughly enjoyed themselves, well into the night. We're now back at the legal consultancy. That was a very enjoyable evening, wasn't it? Oh yes, Iris's cooking was truly divine, and I feel as though I can still hear the enchanting strains of Mr. Sholmes' violin even now. Best of all, I bet I can steal the glasses from his lordship's face next time we're in court. Please don't. Please don't. Naruhodo-san, could I consult with you about something, I wonder? What's the matter, Susato-san? It's about the telegram I received. Oh, I forgot about the telegram, actually. The one that arrived first thing this morning, I suppose. I've been summoned. What? Summoned? What do you mean? The telegram was from the Lord Chief Justice's office. Lord Strongheart has asked to see me. The Lord Chief Justice? When? Tomorrow morning. What? Then we have to start preparing at once. Oh, no, that won't be necessary, Naruhodo-san. I've been summoned alone. Alone? What on earth for? I have no idea. I suppose I shall find out tomorrow. What's all this about? Whatever it is, it's making me feel uneasy. Oh, who's it? Oh, who could that be, I wonder? It's Iris. Good evening, friends. Iris, hello again. And Gina as well. Without her overcoat. And Gina too. Oh yes, Ginny's gonna stay with us tonight. She's going to sleep in with me. Isn't that right, Ginny? Well, yeah. How lovely. Let me make a pot of tea. You know, I've learnt so much today. Oh, what? In particular? All those things Ginny showed us. Wasn't it wonderful? Ah, you mean in all those pickpocketing techniques? We had fun trying them out on each other, didn't we? I think I'm awaiting the natural talent. I could earn a living from it. You might be getting ahead of yourself a little there. So, what brings you up to our humble quarters at this late hour? Well, you see, I came to return this. Wait, what? That's mine. Oh my, however did you... I told you, didn't I? I have a natural talent for it. Oh yes, I'd forgotten. Iris literally is a child genius. Oh yeah, she literally has a doctorate and she's literally, what? How old is she? How old is she? People, how old is Iris? 10. Yeah, she's a degree in medicine. Like, come on, she's 10. So anyway, here, you can have it back. Not that I really understand why you wear it though. Ah, thank you. Alright then, good night. Yes, good night. So this is your office, is it? What do you think, Ginny? I think I wouldn't fancy me chances with a lawyer what lives in a place like this. Yeah, me too. It seems as though Iris here still has something she'd like to talk about. Yeah, I suppose. She probably wants to talk about the manuscript. Yes, I suppose she probably does. Let's talk to her about it. Iris, I suppose you're hoping to talk about the manuscript, aren't you? Aren't you going to tell me? I'm so sorry. I need a little more time, please. Alright, I understand. I hope I haven't made you feel awkward. Oh no, not at all, Iris. Iris is so cute. She's probably one of my favourite characters. I don't know what all this is about really, but it's a story you made up, is it, Iris? This manuscript or whatever you call it. It's not exactly a story that I made up. It's something I read in Daddy's diaries. Daddy's? That's right. I don't suppose I mentioned it to you before, Ginny, but my daddy was Hurley's assistant once. His partner. Eh? They solved all sorts of strange and mysterious cases together. Is that right, mister? Apparently so. I was surprised as you are, though. And then he wrote all the details of every single case down, you see, in his diaries. So I studied them and write my stories based on what actually happened. So, where's your old man now then? He had to go away on urgent business to a faraway land, and he'll be gone for a very long time. So I never really met him. Oh, right. Come to think of it. I don't know anything about Gina's parents either. Perhaps we should ask her. Let's ask her about that. Let's ask Iris about the Hand of Baskervilles though, because I'm interested in that as well. Oh shit. Shit, I missed a bit. Oh no. Iris' Hand of the Baskervilles story. I take it that it's another tale inspired by your father's accounts? That's right. I thought it was fascinating. But it's different somehow. From the other cases, I mean. Oh? How? I don't really know. But it must be special in some way. Because after I'd written it, I showed the manuscript to Hurley, he turned as white as a sheet. It was the first time I've ever seen him like that. It pains me to have to say this after you've toiled over it for so long, Iris. But this story must not be published at this time, under any circumstances. But why not? It's one of my best works. I'm not at liberty to say. Not now. So please, do not ask me. Alright then. I won't. But I do solemnly swear that I'll explain everything one day, Iris. When the time is right. And that's how the manuscript came to be with Mr. Windybank, isn't it? Yes. Hurley said it had to be somewhere safe. That really gets my goat, that does. He's treating you like a child. It's me now, that's what it is. Keeping secrets like that. I mean, she's 10, Gina. I'm sure Mr. Sholmes isn't trying to be mean. Eh? If he said he wasn't at liberty to talk about it, I'm sure there must have been a very good reason. I think so too. You lot are too trusting for your own good. But you can't pull the wool over my eyes. Sholmes is lying to Iris. I bet my life on it. What? Hurley's lying to me? I want to talk to Gina now. Here she is. Your parents. I've realized I don't know anything about your parents, Gina. I ain't got any, have I? Never did have. Oh. Look, the East End's full of orphans like me. No one wants nothing to do with us from the minute we're born. Not even our mums. But we all stick together. The other ones look after the little ones and make sure they get by. So that's why you're a pickpocket. I guess so, that makes sense. Nah, death is my life. I love it. I got a kick out of it every time I lift some pompous idiot's purse. Oh. And that's how we all afford to eat. I'm like Robin Hood in an eye. That's how I see it. Oh, Gina. I don't think about it sometimes. What it'd be like to have parents, I mean. I always thought it'd make everything right. But having listened to what Iris just said, it sounds like having parents ain't always easy either. Oh. I mean, if you know you never had them, you don't feel like you always wanted to meet them. It's true. I do want to see Daddy so much. Oh, Iris. Just tell her that he's dead. Because he is dead. He is dead. I thought my camera died for a second, but it didn't. But yeah, he is dead. He died in the first case. Okay, what do you think Sholmes is lying about? Gina, what do you mean when you said that you know Mr. Sholmes is lying to Iris? Well, he reckons he popped that mantle script or whatever, right? Well, come on, that's obviously a load of rubbish. Oh my, why would you think that, Gina? It's simple. If that story was really an old Windy Banks story, there's no way someone from halfway around the world, in other words you, could know about it. Ah. Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you. But Hurley would never do something like that. I'm sure of it. Ha. Grown-ups are a lot worse than that, believe me. Barefaced liars, a lot of them. You just ain't realised it yet. I'm telling you, that mantle script ain't at Windy Banks. You'd soon see if you had a look. Even if you think you can trust him, I don't. That Sholmes is a liar like the rest of them. If I'm honest, I have wondered if Hurley's telling me the truth sometimes. See? Oh, I don't mean that I think he sold it. I mean that I sometimes wonder if he might have hidden a manuscript somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him. Don't be too harsh on yourself, Iris. Yeah, don't be too hard on yourself, Iris. Oh my goodness, look at the time. Come along, Ginny. We should go back downstairs. Yeah, alright. And please, don't mention any of this to Hurley, will you? No, of course not. Good night then, Iris. Good night, Gina. You must let me make breakfast for you tomorrow morning. I insist. Oh, yes, please. I can't wait, Susie. Good night then. Oh. Iris is great. Iris, it sure is easy to forget, isn't it? Sometimes she speaks just like an adult, but deep down, she's still just a child. Well, I think it's time that I turned into the night too. Naruhodo-san. Dr. John H. Wilson, Alice's father, but also the name of the murder visiting professor at UVA University. It can't be a mere coincidence. There's something deeper going on. No. Guessing he's sleeping away peacefully. Wondering about the connection between John and Iris. Mr. Naruhodo. That voice. That's Mr. Sholmes. It's Holmes. What's going on? It's Sholmes. It's the middle of the night. It's Miss Lestrade. She's gone. Gina? She's supposed to be sleeping in Iris's room, but her bed is empty. Well, she's an independent young woman. She probably decided to go home, no? She doesn't exactly really have a home, though, does she? I think not. From speaking to her before she retired, I received the distinct impression that she was looking forward to breakfasting with Mrs. Sato. Now, I don't believe the girl has gone home, but I've been waiting for over an hour now. Over an hour? Oh. If you'll indulge me, look out the window, my dear fellow. What's this about? lights are on. Wait a minute, why is that light on at this time of night? Well, that's Mr. Windybank's pawnbroker. Mr. Windybanks. Oh no. It's simple. If that story was really an old Windybank story, there's no way someone from halfway around the world, in other words you, could know about it. So she's gone to steal it back. Sorry Iris, but if you ask me, you stole it. Without telling you. Could Gina have gone? It seems like you have some knowledge of the situation, Mr. Naruto. Sorry, oh, no, not really. Well, anyway, we must investigate. At once. Mrs. Sato. Well, it's 1 AM, jeez. The door to Windybanks is open. And the lamp is burning. It must be Gina, mustn't it? Let us hope it's nothing more sinister. What? Come, there's not a moment to lose. Clearly something is afoot inside. What's going on? There's no one in here. Oh yes, there is. Oh! Mr. Sholmes! Mr. Sholmes! Hello! Has Sholmes been shot? Leave me, Mr. Naruto. But after them, go! Right. Blast. I've lost them. Hello, while we are here. The alarm was just raised from this pawnbroker, sir. Would you know something about that? Officer, come with me. It's my friend, Mr. Sholmes. He's been shot. Shot? With the policeman close behind me, I ran back to Windybanks. Jeez, what the fuck? It's Sato and Sholmes.
Mr. Sholmes!
Please tell me he's not dead.
How bad is it?
Never mind me, but there's much at stake. Behind that door. In the storeroom.
Gina's in the storeroom, isn't she?
Hurry!
It's locked. Who's there? Who's that? Gina!
It's Gina!
Is Gina okay? Is she gonna be like the suspect in this case, or was she shot? Okay, there's no point in running an ad now since I'm like finished. But there's part 3 of the investigation and part 4 to do on Sunday. But holy shit. Gina was here. This is intense. This is an intense case. Okay, I gotta go back to title. Don't save. Title. Don't save. Yes. We're gonna start from the very start of investigation. And oh my god. Okay. I'll show you. This now, I love how the background of this changes depending on what case you're on. For example, this one, Windybanks at the end, at the behind, and to show that we're on this case, on this investigation, and it has started. Yeah, it's saved at the start of investigation part 3. But holy shit, man! Holy shit! I am thoroughly invested in this case. I am thoroughly invested in what's going on with Gina, what's going on with Iris and Sholmes and their like little crew. This is intense case that we will continue on Sunday and try to finish by next week. So yeah. Anyways, guys. I am going to raid Psssttt. Just need to wait for this pre-roll to finish. I hope you've enjoyed this stream. I need to switch to my raid screen. I hope you've enjoyed this stream. Thank you again to Jem for the sub, and Zay for the follow, and Shinobi and Zay and Potato for the channel point redeems. And yeah, hope you have enjoyed this stream, and I shall see you guys on Sunday for more of the adventures of the unspeakable story. So yeah, I'm excited. Okay, I'm gonna put in this here. Oh wait, I can just do my quick actions. Raid channel. Start raid. Yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you go enjoy Scooby stream. She's playing Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles. So yeah, go enjoy the stream. Bye guys. Bye bye.